with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and mirrors commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
This is a global event as Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Disney Cruise Line join Disneyland in celebrating 50 years of magic. It's the happiest celebration on Earth.
Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals and the dreams that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Well, hello to you. Welcome in to another edition of BFP Imagineering. We are live here. Y'all, I don't know what we are doing, okay? I was here on time. I just want to say that, okay? Now, Florentin and Phil have this thing for y'all, okay? Now, I don't know what it is. I truly don't. I am completely in the dark, okay? So I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to let them do what they do. Now, I'm going to be here, okay, to give commentary, everything in between. But, of course, as you guys know, I had to at least set it up, okay? Because, child, and listen, I have no idea what we're going to be doing. By the way, at 9 o'clock, I need y'all to be back here, okay? Because that G4 Studios thing, it's coming. It's coming, and it's coming. I'm telling you how, at 9 o'clock. We need to be back here for that, because that's going to be some cultural breaking news. Now, with that being said, bring the people up here. Hello.
Hello.
Now listen, I don't know what y'all two got cooked up, okay? I have no idea. All right, I'm completely in the dark. I am blind, and I have been spun around about, we'll go 35 times, and I am delirious. So, I need y'all to help me and the audience get regulated.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab some food real quick. Florentin has. This is all Florentin's idea because
hey everybody,
presented this idea to me first a few days ago, and like all I gotta say is mind blowing.
All right, understood. Florentin, this is on you, good
Hello.
sir. Welcome in.
Hey everybody. Hey. Hey Phil. Thank you, Brian, for showing up on time, brother. Awesome.
I was kind of being facetious about it, you know what I mean? Because I love these two brothers. I do, okay? Now, for those of you who missed it last night, I was on here pitching the future of NBC Universal with Google. It looked like I was in a world of delirium towards the end, but you understood the damn idea, okay? But this idea, I have no clue on what any of it is.
No, for some reason, my camera is. But anyway, I plan to do this either way. So there's my avatar, and it's not about me today. So I'm here, and I'm gonna present y'all. So,
all right, let's do it.
And Phil, if Phil, you're as much. If you want to bring in some, if you have anything you want to bring up some commentary, this is for you too. But hey, welcome to a special BFP Imagineering episode. We're live on Brian's virtual tour channel.
Yes.
And we are none other with our special guest, Braylon Lee.
Hey everybody, glad to be here.
And then we also have here on the right, we have Phil Metzger, Mr. Phil Metzger, which is known, he's the second or the third. I like to say we are the BFP Musketeers.
There we go. Okay,
there we go.
Yeah.
And Phil is the map.
And I'm from here. So
right.
I bring everything together. Well, Braylon brings that together as well too. And
I do what I can. and by the way, y'all, to give a little tease, this news that we're going to talk about tonight, I bet you, I don't know if the theme park subject we'll talk about. Phil, give your brief preview take of how you took in the news that we talked about. Because as Florentin hanged up, me and Phil talked a little bit extra after the call, and I told him this live. Your reaction was,
wow. And to summarize it a little bit differently, Bray was on to something about G4 coming back. Guess what? This Mr. Barber is talking about gaming, and what is that related to something called Universal? Oh, it's Universal. Where we're relating it. That's the show that's happening at 9:00 tonight.
Exactly. Thank you, good sir. So be back here for that. Believe me, the Bray diction I got for y'all, I sincerely believe from this Reuters article, I something good. I really do. But we are here now with Florentin. It's all on you, brother. We're just waiting for links and shares and give commentary. So
all right. Well, we started. It was in all due respect, we had to start out with Walt Disney World commercial, and And Brian has started the show with a Walt Disney World commercial because this is regarding Walt Disney World.
Yes. Okay. All right.
All right.
Good,
So we got.
good.
So we're gonna go ahead and begin, and it only makes sense, perfect sense, that we begin with we start out our starting point, our start of our destination with Epcot, and we are going to. It's going to be just Epcot is going to be a salute to Epcot, because without Epcot, the inspiration to this tackle mega-sized project would have turned out different, but Epcot is what opens the front doors and connects it to this. So, in due respect, let's go ahead and venture to Epcot and we're gonna go to the 1982 opening of Epcot, because the song that dedicated Epcot to open has a special message. And once you know this project, whenever you go back to the opening date of Epcot, you will not hear this song the same way again. You will not hear this song in the same way as you've done previous. And you'll understand after you discover what this is. So.
All right, big intro. Loving the energy, for sure. So let me remove this. And let me add this to stage. All right.
Yes. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play just a small part of it, so we get to the point. So see this as a ceremony to Epcot, but also as a ceremony to what you're about to find out, folks. So here we are. This is at the 136 mark. We've just begun to dream, because, ladies and gentlemen, Epcot was only the beginning.
New world, the shining star. A brand new world. Here we are, a brand new world, where dreams come true. A brand new world for me and you. We just begun. We just begun. In your heart is a place, a magical space where it all begins. With your mind as a guide, you light up inside and it starts to spin. Just close your eyes and the dream of things to come. It dreams of a great tomorrow. We've just begun. Just begun. Open your mind, fantasy time. Open your eyes to find a brand new world, a shining star.
There you go. There it is. A new tomorrow, right? And so.
Well, I just thought about this. You know how Epic Universe has the Celestians. I'm surprised that they didn't have the Epcotians.
Oh, the Epcotians, yes.
You know what I mean? This was supposed to be the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. So Epcotians walking around talking about the experimental prototype community of tomorrow of a World's Fair of celebrating new ideas. That could be something.
I think they are the Futarian. I would call them the Futarians. the future.
Understood.
But so far, Mr. Brayan, we've just begun. Any guesses to? Do you have any pitches or you have no idea?
I'm generally, like I said, I was blindfolded, dragged to the woods, and spun around 35 times when I'm busy. I sincerely don't know. And I'm being facetious when I say that, y'all, because Florentin was saying it was something about WESTCOT, and then Epic Universe, and then I got the crew of Pleasure Springs, which is the thing that I created alongside Phil, because he gave the idea for that. I just took off and run with it. So it's a smorgasbord of a lot of things, but I genuinely do not know.
I generally if you guys want to, if the audience wants to know how I came about this, it was basically just me and Phil, and I don't know, I saw a construction image of the Swan and Dolphin being under construction, and actually it came from a video. I happen to have I've been to take a walk at the Crescent Lake around the beach and yacht club, and right now at Walt Disney World, the yacht club is under refurbishment, and it is under refurbishment so much that there's so much scaffolding that it appears as if you could stand there and just for fun say, this resort is under construction. And so I did this little funny video, and I said, it's 1989. I found out that the Beach Club was opening on November 1990. So I said 1989. I was not born then, so that's wrong. But pretending I did a video and say it's 1989 and a brand new resort is about to open here at the Walt Disney World. And I did not film behind me because behind me was Crescent Lake, and it made me curious with Phil when I was on with Phil. What I want to see more images of Crescent Lake under construction. So I just did a search for Crescent Lake under construction, International Gateway under construction, Swan Beach Club, Boardwalk under construction, and I found here. Let's bring this image up, because this image is pretty much shows the construction here. And while I was searching for an image, this video just popped up. This video just popped up, and the moment that I just started watching the video, and Phil watched it a bit with me. Wow. And I want to tell you guys, I am such an architectural fan.
I'm currently slicing some lasagna, so
wow. Well, slice some lasagna in an architectural form. Now we hear Disney fans talk about WESTCOT. Many people are familiar with the WESTCOT concept, and here on BFP Imagineering and Brand's virtual tour, whenever Brayan did the breakdown of Pleasure Springs and his Disney Springs, Brayan is a fan of and Phil is a fan of Pleasure Island. So the excitement, because this is such incredible, because it's on the scale of WESTCOT, is on the scale of Disney Sea. At the same time, it's the birth inspiration for Pleasure Island. All this is all together wrapped in this project. That is why this project is so exciting, because it all the elements that we enjoy from Walt Disney World and even unbuilt projects in the West Coast. I had no idea that the East Coast had a massive project. And when I bring up WESTCOT, it's because it's very similar to WESTCOT. WESTCOT did turn out, and DCA came instead. So this is the East Coast version of it's kind of an East Coast version of a mega project that didn't come to fruition, but a lot of existing components came to reality. The difference is it was spread out. So let's see if I can bring this image up, and if not, then it's not. Oh, it is fine. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So here is an image of the expansion of Walt Disney World under construction. Now, this is not the project being under construction, but that is the Swan and Dolphin being under construction. That is the alternative being under construction. But as you can see, the project that the mega monster project would have been sitting on this site right here. I would have thought that it would be more where Hollywood Studios is, but I've read just the sources, and they said that this would have been the site right here, stretching from Boardwalk to Beach Club and the Swan and Dolphin. And in fact, it's so Epcot that Epcot is its neighbor.
So you're saying that there was a East Coast project from Disney that never formed? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Exactly. The same scale as the same scale as the same scale. It's just like WESTCOT, except it's the East Coast version.
So a WESTCOT East Coast version, but Epcot's on the other side.
I like to joke now and call it EastCot, because WESTCOT was California and EastCot. I call it EastCot because it never happened. And besides, the project was very much itself what the experimental prototype. It was more experimental prototypes community city of tomorrow than Epcot was. This was going to be closer to what the original Epcot design and proposal was going to be, even more than Epcot, because everyone knows today's Epcot is not the Epcot that Walt had envisioned or designed in his mind. Now, the World Showcase was something that he wanted, but even the World Showcase was, I don't think the World Showcase was the way that it's unknown if he would have wanted to be the way it is. And so the difference is WESTCOT became DCA, Disney's California Adventure. So here, this project became Hollywood Studios, and Hollywood Studios the way it is now, and the Epcot Resort Area, because even though this was to be built on the Epcot Resort Area, it was also Hollywood Studios in this project that. So it's actually a bit more than WESTCOT, because all the ideas combined. So now if you it's important, because people might say, oh, this project just became Hollywood Studios. Well, no, this project became Hollywood Studios, became the Boardwalk, became the Yacht and Beach Club, became the Swan and Dolphin even, and became the International Gateway, because what is the reality of this project? What is the main thing that the biggest thing that became reality of this project was the International Gateway, with the access point from Epcot, from World Showcase, to what would have been this new horizon.
So let me see if I got this, because I want to understand this. Like I said, I am completely, like I said, y'all, I was blindfolded, pushed into the woods, I was spun around 35 times. So I'm trying to undizzy this.
You were gone with the wind, Fabius.
No, we do not associate.
No.
I do that. No. But basically, what I'm trying to understand, Florentin, is there was a WESTCOT for the East Coast that was supposed to be an EastCOT, even though Epcot is literally across the way. So they would have had one that would have been a prototype of Community of Tomorrow with inside this, along with the World's Fair. But because that did not happen, everything else happened. Is that right?
Yes. Now the difference with Epcot, it would have here. I'm going to go ahead and bring you my first wow factor. How many hotels do you think that would have been combined in this project? This project was going to contain hotels within its body structure.
I would probably say 3 to 4.
You're not even close.
I think there was like a dozen there. I believe, right, Florentin?
How much did you say, Phil?
A dozen.
A dozen. Yes. All right. So Brian, go up a number. Not that. No.
Okay, so I said 3 or 4 because this was back.
I said wow factor. So wow factor is it's definitely not the number of resorts that came to reality. So Beach Club, Yacht Club, Boardwalk, Swan, and Dolphin. That makes 5. If you go by 5, or you go Beach Club is 1, Yacht Club is 1, Swan and Dolphin is 1, and Boardwalk is 2, so that makes 4. No, it's 10, ladies and gentlemen. 10, maximum 10 hotels would have been included.
Wait, hang on a second. I'm really trying to. Okay, they actually got my throat with this one, because I sincerely pay attention to everything. This I had no idea about. So we're talking about a EastCOT with 10 hotels, along with an Epcot across the way. Here's my thing, right? How was these hotels going to be spaced out? And not to mention too, like, were they going to be like in quadrants? So like 3 hotels are in a quadrant, another 3 in a quadrant, another 3 in a quadrant, and then there's the majestic Grand Jewel as the 5th hotel. Like, how was this supposed to go?
Well, you will see. You will see when you watch the main video that we will be taking a watch and react and just discuss. You will see, but it's.
I guess I'm just kind of confused.
So to go back to your point, you were saying. Do you mind repeating one more time? You said that this would have been an experimental prototype, community city of tomorrow project, without the World's Fair.
No, what I'm saying is, because you said, I quote, that this would have been an experimental prototype community of tomorrow in the version that Walt Disney thought of, with another Epcot across the way where Spaceship Earth is. That's what I'm getting from this here.
Do you agree, Phil? Can you is Braylon on the right track, or he's not?
Because it sounded like
it's getting warmer.
Oh yeah. You are correct. You are correct. Now I will say there is more than I will say that. All right, I will say that you have all that. Do you guys remember that in the beginning at Epcot they had wanted to add a great movie ride attraction, which that could have been the location. Now that is exactly what you said, Brian. Now add in Hollywood to it. add in Hollywood to it because it's.
I'm thinking of a video that I did where I brought up Ricky's video where he talked about Hollywood studios and how Epcot was going to be allegedly an entertainment district that you could go back and forth between Hollywood studios and Epcot. Now, I'm paraphrasing. The words I have slipped some things. I don't know if that has any relation to this. I guess the thing I'm really confused about is 10 hotels in one area would be a clusterfuck, disrespectfully. But also, 2, it's a duplicate. It's a duplicate attraction, right? Unless you distinguish between the actual living community and the Epcot Fair, which that would make more sense. Have the Epcot Fair be one thing, and then have Epcot be the big Shabuzi. Mm-hmm. It just seems like it was It seems like this would have been a wasted project. And I'm not saying what Walt Disney tried to do with Epcot is a waste of a project. Don't get twisted, man. What I'm saying here is if they would have done a WESTCOT and an EastCot, then they would be like, what's the point? I mean, at this point, give me a moment. Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 moment, because at this point, I have a very good friend that he has a business sense from time to time, and he has some things to say. Give me 1 moment as I pull him up here. So give me, and it's one of Phil's best friends in business.
Oh, I knew it. No.
What?
No.
What?
Please.
I see what you're gaming on. I see what you're gonna do. Yeah, let's do it. Bring it up.
One more thing. We're not just building one of these. We're building 2.
I mean, you know.
I know.
What it sounded like.
I'm gonna make peace offer with you. Here's some designing there.
Very nice. Very nice.
So so can you bring up this tab here? Now this was originally the thumbnail proposal, but we went with the amazing other thumbnail because because this thumbnail at the end here, which is amazing, by the way. This image here has I don't know what this is called, is a pathway. It's a imaginative pathway. But then I said, oh, why don't you follow the yellow brick beam? It's kind of like on the Wizard of Oz. Follow the yellow brick road. And I like the direction that it's taking us because that's the direction in center stage or near the Swan and Dolphin where but this thumbnail just states, follow the yellow brick beam. Where you're standing in surface is where you were supposed to yeet to. And so Brian, where you're standing in surface is where you were supposed to yeet to, and through, and top, in and out. So it's not only you were supposed to go to it, you were supposed to go through it, you were supposed to go in and out, and you were supposed to go to the top. So there is another hint for you.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder made more sense than this. Where are we going here? Because in the words of Phil's business friend Bob Iger, it seems like that these were just duplicate projects.
This 1.2 billion project birthed the idea and inspiration behind Pleasure Island, Boardwalk, the Explorers Club, etc. Now, I just mentioned those here because there's definitely more, and I could have added Hollywood to it, but Pleasure Island is Brian and Phil's favorite. Boardwalk is very significant because the boardwalk. I heard from somebody stating that Eisner's vision for Boardwalk would have been very different. It would have had the Ferris wheel and the carnival rides. That's what I heard. I haven't done too much deep exploration into that, but as turned out, the Boardwalk in reality just went with the stores and the restaurants. But definitely Boardwalk was one of the resorts or themes within this mega project. And when you watch the video, which says, by the way, shout out to the video is from WDWNT. He didn't mention out loud that this was the Pleasure Island for the future.
Wait, hang on a second. By the way, I know this with Hollywood Studios. It is a great park for the Hollywood that never was, but the Hollywood that will always be. Shout out to the Michael Eisner. So from what it sounded like, and like I said, I'm trying to follow the Oompa Loompa song that's happening here within this Mashugana of a show. There was a ESCOT that never was, and because of that, there was going to be 10 hotels, and because those 10 hotels did not happen, then this space became the inspirational Pleasure Island Boardwalk and the Explorers Club.
Now, when I say that it was going to be, I don't say entirely. So it's not entirely. Well, you do know because if it was entirely, I would not said that it's the experimental prototype, city tomorrow. That for me, when I say the experiment, well, I don't know because okay. So let's go back to. I'll go to this image here. This is so this is immense scale of potential. So let's go back. Let's go back and make it more clear because you're very for you it's you cannot put your mind about 10 hotels altogether. So go back to the beginning when Epcot was just Epcot World Showcase. Everything else was trees. Now start removing the trees. Boardwalk doesn't exist. Yacht and Beach Club doesn't exist. Swan and Dolphin doesn't exist. No hotels exist. No Epcot expansion hotels exist. Now, when they're going to build something new, they're going to have to build more hotels, which is true, right? Yeah. So.
Anyways.
Oh yeah. So and also since I brought up that it's very Epcot, no matter how it is, the scale, the infrastructure. What is Epcot? Epcot is the future. Epcot is the potential. Epcot is also World Showcase, which is the world, countries, themes. So it's not the reason why it's going to be. The reason is my guess is going to be 10 hotels, and that's what I read. They said 10 hotels because each hotel would represent a theme. Maybe some of the hotels represent different parts of the world. Some of the hotels represent different countries.
Wait a minute, hang on. I'm going to bring up something real quick, everybody. There was supposed to be a Venetian hotel and a Persian hotel from Disney.
Yes.
I don't know if that has anything to do with what Florentin is talking about, but I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. Back off camera.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Magic Kingdom was supposed to expand with the Asian resort, which the Grand Floridian took the spot. It didn't happen because of the oil crisis. There was the Persian resort that was never built. There was the Mediterranean resort that was never built. Then there was the Venetian resort that was never built. The Grand Venezio, which is 2.0 of the Venetian, that later on was pitched and they didn't happen. So that's a good insight, Brian. Since I brought up that maybe these 10 hotels are themed to a country or a part of the world, and if that's how it would connect to Epcot. That's a brilliant guess.
Thank you.
Now this image is the beach. This image is the Rotten Beach Club with the lighthouse. So every light beam is a strobe to what was once thought to have been of immense sheer scale potential. And it's so beautiful to see this because you see how Epcot was the world's largest construction project of its time. And now to know that on the other side, or in this location would have been something immense of sheer scale potential. I mean, this is incredible. Something Epcot's just like the song Epcot. We've just begun. Epcot was just the beginning. And who know? And of course, we enthusiasts, we don't care about budget cuts. We want the potential. We want and to be able to experience what the potential they had in mind, even though it's not built, it's incredible. Okay. So I would say you are getting warmer. Here, this is just a joke here. We are sailing home again across the sea. Because here, Brian has no idea.
You, Braylon.
I had feelings about this photo. I'm just like, you just put me with a map, looking confused, just.
And then I had to include this one is also because this is very important. This is what was built, and you're gonna see in the once you get to the development, you're gonna see that in the construction designs, that this here, the International Gateway, an opening to Epcot, which this is the beginning of the reality. So this exists. Opening access from World Showcase to the back. This is maybe why the International Gateway exists. Maybe this project is the whole reason why International Gateway exists in the first place. I'm not saying that Disney World would not expand on the area, but maybe it would have not. Have you ever ever considered maybe the entrance would have, maybe World Showcase would have never had an exit on the back. Maybe the entrance would have been from World Drive if this project was not in their mind. So who knows? But now we know that this reality was not to do with present Hollywood studios, and maybe it was to do with this shebang. So we are sailing dug up waters to be near you, across the sea, unsure waters still to be, because even though this project didn't come out, something else was still to be, and that is the Crescent Lake Epcot area resorts and Hollywood studios and the Skyliner. So Galaxy's Edge, all that was still to be no matter what. So it was not a wait. It's amazing. All these ideas were not, all these ideas. And of course, so if you think about it, Eisner probably, I don't know if Eisner was dreaming up something big like Epcot, bigger than Epcot. Well, man, that would have been maybe one of Eisner's biggest success or biggest flops. We don't know. Okay, so now that we've seen this, I just want to bring this. I'm just gonna bring this up. because this is why I put the lyrics in. This is the we are getting to it now. I'll drop this.
Well, you know, before we get there, there's somebody that would like to say hello to all of us. You know, they heard about this particular live. Now, they are very big in the world of Disney, and they would like to come on and just speak for just a brief moment.
Okay, I have no idea who this is. I don't have the YouTube tab up, so
let's hear from him.
Hello, 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 hello,
hello, sir.
Hello, 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 hello again.
Hello, Mickey.
Hello, hello, hello,
hello, Mickey.
Hello, 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 hello,
hello, Minnie.
If you're looking for me, I'm right over here. No, over here. I'm in the computer. Here on the desk. Good. Hello. 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 Oh. Hello. 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 Hi.
Oh, he said hi.
Whoa.
I just, you know, he wanted to say hello. That was the one and only Mike White.
Man, Brian, you got me so excited. I thought you were saying somebody was watching the live and you were saying it was big. I thought there was maybe somebody that I know or somebody from a big channel that wanted to put their input.
Sir. Like I said, you blindfolded me.
Yes, you did.
Dragged me into the woods and spun around 35 times. I am still dizzy. I used to make you dizzy as well.
You blinded me. That was so good. You blinded me so much. You blinded me too. I was expecting. That was very good, sir.
Well, Braylon, to be honest, I'd be very honored if Braylon was, if Eisner was watching us right now. We'd be very
that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yes. So, you got a song for us as you
yes. This is yes. So the first one was We've Just Begun. That was Epcot because it was very important for Epcot to be in this. And this is before I play the song. Before I play the song, there's a specific the reason I am a singer, I am a musician. So for me, whenever there's such big grandiose projects, I think of big grandiose music to bring the hype. And the reason with this is it's such important. I think the starting point, think about it. We're from Epcot, and of course you can walk, but think about it. You hop on a friendship boat, and the friendship boat is the friendship boat was the transportation system that was going to take you there. And I will add on top of it that they did mention that the monorail would go there too. Possibly the monorail would have connected. They did not confirm, but I have evidence that the monorail might go because afterwards, when they were building the Epcot Resort Area the way it is, the Boardwalk, I saw documents of concept art from Boardwalk that had a monorail station. So if Boardwalk Resort, the way the current Boardwalk Resort had a spot labeled the monorail station. That means they were not kidding around when they were going to expand the monorail. And I always was thinking to myself, maybe they never expanded the monorail from the Transportation Ticket Center to Hollywood Studios, MGM Studios, because the Swan and Dolphin was in the way. I don't know. That's something that I always thought of. Oh, and another one big reason why this song is for me, because the song is a different meaning, but that's why I'm not gonna play the whole song, because the song is beautiful.
I was about to say, and copyright as well, so we can't really.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm dying to hear all of it.
yeah. So the point in the song is to be near you, because this project was so massive, and this project was so massive that they said that is the go place for people to be. There's the go place for people to go hang out. Not only so it's more than a park. So just and the choir is very Disney, so enjoy the momentum. So imagine you're sailing with the friendship boat. So.
I'm dying, forever trying to be with you. Who can say we are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. To be near you, to be near you. To be free.
If it's copyright, it's copyright.
You know what? I just want to say this. I love the thick one at the end. They sing better than our stuff. Back off camera.
Yeah, shout out to Celtic Woman and the musical genius behind it, Mr. David Downs. And yes, they do cover some Walt Disney World songs.
Please don't cover Let It Go. Please.
They're Disney princess. No. They covered "You'll Be in My Heart" from Tarzan. So.
I'm begging you, please don't cover Let It Go. It's done. It's kaput. Before I got on the live, y'all, I was literally on the way home, and through the magic of Marvel, shout out to Robert Downey Jr., he sent me an Iron Man suit to go burn the track of Let It Go for eternity, so you can never hear that song ever again. Robert heard my cries, my pleas, and my wailing for the song needing to be deleted from the earth.
Her name, if you're into her name, is Chloe Agnew. I have seen her in concert. I have seen her perform. And we are 1 year apart. So she's an incredible singer and performer. They all are. And this group is insane too. Is extraordinary because they've switched lineup so many times. I think they switched lineups over maybe 80 times. Okay, different formations. So it's okay. So that's a phenomenon in itself. So that's Celtic Woman. It's their own phenomenon. So this song brought so much momentum. The momentum. So. That's what I do whenever I imagine big projects and you want a grandiose musical number or orchestra. Not Let It Go. That is not big enough.
Phil, did you hear this?
Our therapy with him is working on them.
I mean, my Lord Jesus. Wow. Oh, continue on.
It's true. It's true. I mean, when you wish upon the star, you'll be my heart. They're way more grander. They're way more grander if you want to stay with this Disney songs. Okay, gentlemen. So this was a great salute to Epcot. It was a great prelude now.
Now,
Are you ready? Are you ready, sir, or do you have any final?
Well. Before that, I do have one other thing. I do believe we cannot talk about this amazing park without one of the greatest intros of all time. So if you guys will indulge me here for just a little bit, I'm going to make it do what it do here. So give me one moment. So please, I will take these gorgeous women who should be enjoying Disney.
They are basking in the amazing completion of this new. They are basking in this new phenomenon of a park.
Yes, and Celtic Woman. If y'all need a companion to carry the bags, Braylon Lee is gladly available. You just cannot ever display the Frozen movie around me.
And by the way, that's why Celtic Woman is the magic, and Celtic Woman is the people consider them people always say they should sing in a Disney movie. Now, actually, some of the members, the violistic, they are featured in the Tinkerbell movie. Now, if you watch the very first Tinkerbell movies, it includes four of the members of this group, so they are in the Disney film, so the magic of Disney is right there, folks.
Well, how about that as a fun fact? And yes, I do have a pre-existing condition to be allergic to Frozen. Okay, I was born with it. It really can't go away, and nor do I want to.
Yeah, well, my sister played it every week at the house.
And you didn't break out in hives?
No, but I had acne at the time.
What? Oh yes, illuminations.
So let us play the best intro of all time. Here we go.
We welcome all of you to Walt Disney World.
Go back.
Good evening. On behalf of Walt Disney World, the place where dreams come true, we welcome all of you to Epcot and World Showcase. We're gathered here tonight around the fire as people of all lands have gathered for thousands and thousands of years before us to share the light and to share a story. An amazing story, as old as time itself, but still being written. And though each of us has our own individual stories to tell, a true adventure emerges when we bring them all together as one. We hope you enjoy our story tonight, Reflections of Earth.
There you go.
There it is.
Can you go back it's okay. Can you go back one more time to the first launch? That's how that is Braylon. He's gonna go launching, and then when he finds out what it is, boom.
Well, thank you very much, Disney. Do you remember this? This is when you actually gave a damn Ganesh about being creative. Bastards. Okay. All right, back off.
So
Go ahead, Florentin. I will bring that down.
now, yeah, if you want to pay it one more time, I can announce you the name of the project with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we might as well present the name of the project after we might as well at Epcot.
Here we go.
Yes. Disney Mountain! Disney Mountain!
Wait a minute.
Hang on. You, Disney Mountain.
Yes.
Hang on. Hang on. I'm sorry. I have to take this down for 1 minute. Give me one moment because I think
take a pause to recollect. Yes.
No, absolutely. Hang on.
Right. Absolutely.
Hang on 1 second.
You know, I wish that me and Phil we were in the space that you were, because which is cool because me and Phil, we just I think me and Phil, we saw the title and we just but no offense, watching the video made our jaw drop because of what it was, so we got the experience too.
I was trying to look for the video off YouTube right now, and I can't figure out what it was titled, but you saved it on yours.
Yes, I have the video right here ready.
That's why you sent it.
Yeah, but no, I think the difference was me and Phil, if we were in Braylon's shoes right now, we would be able to maybe guess what it is.
Well, you know, there is a phone call to come in, and you know, I teased Florentin earlier, you know, about somebody big calling in, and Michael Eisner said hello. That was huge. That was huge. Then of course, Phil's best friend in business, Bob Iger, came through. That was very nice. Although Phil, you really should be more kind to your best friend, Bob Iger. Y'all had y'all issues, but you know, like
is this what you owe us for entertaining you?
well, I'm just gonna bring up a good friend who has something to say.
No, in due respect, Eisner should be mentioned because Eisner was during this this period and this era of the Walt Disney Company. Yes.
And there is a mouse here who wants to say something to you, Florentin, so I will allow Mickey Mouse, the mouse, to say something to you there.
We proudly present Space Mountain. We proudly present Space Mountain.
Oh, Mickey.
We proudly present...
Mickey, we get it, motherfucker. Damn. I'll let you finish.
Space Mountain.
Okay. Thank you, Mickey.
Now, folks, don't expect to go on your computer devices or smartphones and head over to Google or what search engine you please and type in Disney Mountain, even Disney Mountain Park, because all you're gonna get is Space Mountain, Splash Mountain.
Yeah, but though, Florentin, you just sent me yesterday about that there was a notebook of Disney Mountain on a auction site. Don't know how much that was for, or did anyone know about it? Apparently someone did buy it. So,
a notebook?
You sent it to me yesterday. You know that.
Yes, and yesterday I was by the way, I also did for myself for interest, because maybe it could have been the thumbnail. We at BFP Imagineering, we did I did my own Phil did some very funny ones, and Oh, Phil, that was so funny. And I changed it to the no restriction policy. Yes, that was so funny. That was so funny. It includes EO from EO and Stitch.
Oh, by the way, everybody.
Yes.
Lilo and Stitch,
Yes. Rest in peace to the actress who.
Yes, to the voice.
Yes.
And I want to come on camera and say this: the voice of Lilo passed away due to AIDS. Very, very sad. If you know anybody with AIDS, is not. Back in the 90s, it was a life sentence, but now there is help. There is prep that you can be on. But to lose the voice of Lilo in any fashion is a shame. But to lose her in that fashion, nobody should ever be out in that fashion. So I just wanted to give some love, grace, and space to that. And I will say this: there were some people in the comment section on Instagram that said, "Wait, Lilo was voiced by her." Y'all, she did her job. And Lilo is one of the biggest characters in Disney because she stands up for what she believes in. She gives a damn about animals. And most of all, she made a Stitch. She made an alien know about Ohana. And we should remember that actress for what she did in that fashion only. Back off camera.
Yes, indeed. A true Disney legend. So
I was making right for Lilo and Stitch.
So even at her age, she still has the voice, or did her voice mature?
No, the actress passed away. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no, I just had a simple question. Did they still use her voice many years later, or that was when she was younger? For the character?
It was only when she was younger.
I believe it's when she was younger.
Yeah.
She gave grace and approval for the Lilo they used at the live action.
Yes, and there is a new short coming out. I think for before the movie Hexed, it will be a short that covers the events of what happened after the very first Lilo and Stitch. So should be very interesting how this comes to be. So
is it like after the Lilo and Stitch show?
Hang on, I'll pull up the news now. STIT.
I'm just asking a question because there's 3 movies, and the third movie was right after the Lilo and Stitch show.
So right here, let me bring it up here. And then we'll go over to Disney Mountain. Or Disney Mountain. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna see if I can fix my camera while you do that. So if I drop, just bring me back in. And
understood. So this is it right here. Disney announces new animated short called Lilo and Scratch to debut in theaters this November. Los Angeles. What better way to celebrate 626 Day than a return to Hawaii? On that day, Disney officially announced an all-new animated short called Lilo and Scratch, debuting exclusively in theaters this November alongside Disney's upcoming feature film Hexed. This marks a massive milestone for the franchise, bringing Stitch back to a Disney animation project for the first time since the 2002 classic Lilo and Stitch. So from 2002 to 2022, that's 10 years. So 23, 24, 25, 26, so 14 years. That's a long time. At Anthony, fans got early look at the short, which bridges the generations of the franchise by uniting its voice cast. Chris Sanders returns as the voice of Stitch, while Maya Kaloha steps back into her role as Leo following the 2025 live adaptation. In this new adventure, Stitch may have finally met his match. Lilo introduces a mischievous and mysterious cat named Scratch as the newest member of their Ohana. However, when Lilo leaves Stitch in charge to run some errands, the chaotic little creature unleashes a wave of total destruction to honor the franchise roots. The short will stay authentic to the look and style of the 2002 original. Filmmakers are using a technique that combines hands-on and CG animation over watercolor backgrounds. So there is that there.
This sounds beautiful.
Yeah. No, it does. It absolutely does.
If you seen it on YouTube, if it shows up.
Say that one more time.
I look forward to seeing it as a YouTube short.
Yes, no, for sure. And you know what? To be honest with you, I think that after it premieres in theaters, I think they definitely will do that for sure. So.
I got my pencil here. I should probably have it.
And by the way, y'all, here is the here is this here. Give me one moment. I just want to show y'all this because I originally saw this on Threads. I'm not on Threads. I may get into that sometime down the line. But here it is. Here it says right here. It takes place after the events of the very first film. So should be very interesting because it's been 14 years since the first film. So what don't we know from the first film, right?
So it takes place between the first and the second.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's adding a wrinkle of how. So should be interesting. That'll be coming out this November. And you know, I know that some people are feeling a way about Hex, you know, that it's Disney playing the same old thing, Y'all listen, I don't think there's any bigger rider of calling Disney out as being allergic to creativity than Braylon Lee. Okay, I don't think there is one. All right. In the same token, we can say that again, Phil.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you guys heard me watching the premiere, and then I realized, like, oh, this is what they're talking about in the comment section, and like it's a recycled show for movie, and yeah,
right. But also too, let's
at least you remove some things from that X show,
right? But also too, I look at it like this, right? Haley Steinfeld is in it. If you remember Haley Steinfeld from Sinners, she did an amazing job.
Oh, she's in it?
Yes, Haley Steinfeld is in it. Yes. So this is her first Disney film. And one thing to know, two things for sure, it is still a huge honor to be in a Disney film. So if anything, I say let's let this story breathe. Let Haley have her day, okay? But most of all, let's just see what this is, right? Because for the Wicked fans, that was for adults, right? Kids deserve their own Wicked too. So I'm trying to, my sister said, be kinder to Disney, so I'm trying.
That's pretty good take.
Thank you, sir. They don't make it easy for me, sister, but I'm trying, okay? Film Florentin will tell you how many lives.
No, it's funny because for the Hex, I heard somebody say that that was a trans. It was they changed it from a boy to a girl, so it's a trans. So while I was focusing on the character's appearance and actions, I was like, okay, here we go. If it's that, but then what shocked me was everything that I saw was Elsa. The whole expression and everything, that was like Elsa. And then I thought that, since they cannot bring Idina Menzel, that they cannot do that. So the whole thing is kind of like continuing Wicked, but then somebody else had brought Harry Potter, which I did not think about that. But anyway, the creators of Frozen and the creators of Zootopia. So if you have these two creators, it's no surprise that the character is going to resemble Elsa in some fashion.
Yeah, yes, sad to say that, but I do want to say this though, right? Because I think I think people sometimes they jump on points just to let you get more confidence. I'm not saying that if you or Phil, but I think we know that Disney's audience usually tends to be more young ladies than men, right? The guys, the young boys, usually they are always watching, action adventure, right? So they usually are not thinking fantasy, and that's not shading any, young boys who don't want to be friends. But Disney does have to, follow the bouncing ball of their audience. So I think that this was more of a change about the gender than making it trans. Yeah, because you have to think about, and this is why I love BFP Imagineering, because we go beyond just, oh my God, something new is coming out, motherfucker. As long as you can read and keep pace, you can do a show. But this is the intellectual, emotional side of storytelling. There's a lot more emotionality in a woman being hexed and an outcast, this, that, and third, than a man. So when you think about from a society standpoint, patriarchy, all that stuff, it's going to be nice for young girls to see that even though you may be hexed by society, that doesn't mean that you're not magical. Disney, y'all hire me for your PR team, damn it.
I like Phil. You went from the BFP conductor to Imagineer Master. Imagineer Master 1.
I didn't want to be confused with the other conductor on the other channel. So.
And Phil, thank you, sir, for saying I'm going to take. I'm trying to. Because I think what also Disney adults have to understand is that, these movies that are coming out now is not for us. Lion King was our film, right? So they need their own films for their generation.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. One movie that stands out to me that checks all categories for everybody, because Braylon Lee mentioned about action adventure. Think of one movie from our generation from Disney that was action adventure.
Earlier in the 90s or like 2000s?
I think Aladdin.
Aladdin, yes, I was gonna bring up Aladdin, and Aladdin was cool because you got a male as the main character.
Yes.
So that was very different from you have Little Mermaid, which was Ariel, and then you got Beauty and the Beast, of course the Beast, but it's Belle, and then it's good. Yeah.
Way too girly at all.
And then Hercules is the second one where we got the male as a main character. So I appreciate when it's a balance. So then we get a main character as a female, main character as a male, and then.
And I think also too, if we go support those male films, Disney will make those male films. Because think about this, right? Every studio, Paramount, Skydance, Fox, Disney, Universal, if we have seen the concept art for the parks, can you imagine all the concept art for that have never been filmed? So just because they switched it from a boy to a girl doesn't mean that they don't have stories with boys as leads. Maybe
yes.
Support for those types of stories.
As a male, I think that's why I'm very moved by Aladdin, Jungle Book, Hercules, A Big Hero 6. Not because like I don't enjoy Cinderella, but like of course there's Gus and Jack, but yeah, so.
And I much like a Cinderella for comedic.
Yes, and not to mention too, Big Hero 6 was the only time that a robot had the energy of a particular community that loves grass, where it was said, "We went through a window."
Wait, what did you say? What was the word you said? Grass? No.
Yes, I'm saying you have to be careful with YouTube. They're very particular about certain.
Oh, okay, yes.
So say that again.
You through a window, and we landed on top of Disney Mountain.
Yes, very well done, good sir. So this is Disney Mountain.
Walt Disney Imagineering.
Let's hear it.
Play it, maestro.
It's bigger than that.
Oh, and credit to this video is from WDWNT. This episode is on their episode of the full story of the Unbuilt project for Walt Disney World, Disney Mountain. So let's hit it.
Let me share.
It's live.
Okay, I'm going to share something fun with you. This almost got changed this week to something else. I have concept art for Fire Melt.
Ooh.
Wow. We're going to hold that. I think that's going to be next year.
You son of a...
There was a serious moment where we thought about switching Disney Mountain and Fire Mountain. It came very close. And yes, it was actually Atlantis. It's unbelievable.
That could be
so good.
That could be good live for the 10th anniversary weekend.
That's true too. That would be great. Maybe we will do that. These kind of things are few and far between. You don't find stuff like this.
I mean, that at least got the hype balloon. So
often. I've been holding on to this for this is a little over a year.
Wow. I don't know if I can hold this for a year. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
for those of you just joining us, what has happened is we reaced our goal in our 45-hour broadcast, and that goal was.
Hang on, 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to give Tom some love, grace, and space here, right? Tom and WWDW are legends. Let's get that right. I think there's many legends. Mickey Hughes, Rene Creole. There's a difference between what BFP Imagineering does and what Tom does, right? If we find something, right, we take our time with it, research it, we cross-reference, and then we come to an agreement, right? And so we're not as known as, right? And Tom has known Disney executives, right? And we also know that there is a thing as urban exploring with Disney and other things. We know Discovery Island and how people have broken into that, and Buzzy, Buzzy from Cranium Command, and many more things, right? If you have something from Walt Disney Imagineering that you release onto YouTube, do you not think Disney doesn't know how to get to you? Like Mickey was at Brian Hole's house. So I would understand why he would hold on to it for a year.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that there's peace in the valley. So that way there won't be Disney SWAT team at his house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I take it back. I forgot. Yeah, this is he have material straight from Walt Disney Imagineering. So yes. Mm-hmm.
That's like Becky Klein from the Walt Disney Archives, gives you something. It's like, hey, if you say anything about this, in the words of Liam Neeson, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but we will find you. We will handle you. You don't want that from Becky Klein at the Walt Disney Archives. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, let me clarify. If Walt Disney Imagineering, if I worked for them or I did if I did BFP Imagineering and Walt Disney Imagineering handed me concept, official hidden concept, unused concept from unbuilt projects for they handed to me for whatever reason, for inspiration, because whatever, and they told me you got to keep it hush hush for a year. I will respect that. Otherwise I will say, yeah, I will. Mm-hmm.
I would too.
Yes.
You go ahead and play it. All good. I just wanted to just add that cap.
No, that was very important. Thank you.
You may not understand.
6,250.
Yes. No, that was very important.
$56. We actually raised $6,568 for Toys for Tots, a wonderful organization that makes sure that underprivileged children get a toy this holiday season. And as promised, we are going to do our signature segment. The signature segment is Back to the Future. It's our history segment. And we're going to do something we've never done before. It's going to be an entire one of these segments devoted to something that has never seen the light of day. In my journeys, I came across this document. It was a pre-feasibility book on a project. You see there, it says Walt Disney Imagineering. A project called Disney Mountain. And it's very rare. Obviously, we talked about the Switzerland book on the show last year. The Switzerland Pavilion is known. People knew that existed. We just never knew exactly what it was. We never knew exactly what was in there. And so it was really cool to see in there and see exactly what it was. This time around, this is something I never even heard a rumor for. I have searched the internet for the last couple of months trying to see if anyone has ever even hinted at this. I haven't found anything. Nothing. Jim Hill's never written anything about this. No one has anything about this project. So we're going to get this segment started in a couple minutes. We're still doing some prep. We're recovering from obviously the chaos that just happened as we raised another almost 35.
So this was presented during a charity event episode. So you can watch this full episode on our website. So if I skip ahead, that's so we get to the project here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the
$100 in the last. Peek. This is a thrill.
How many minutes do we have before we get started?
We are gardeners.
Now, when I announced the name over Illuminations, and you heard Mountain, did the Switzerland Pavilion with the come into your mind?
Florentin, I was going to privately message you asking you. I want to watch the Switzerland book.
I mean, the Swiss Alps, you know what I mean? For those of you who may not know, the Matterhorn is actually a culmination of different mountains because Walt Disney wanted the mountain to look a particular way. So it took a little bit from here, took a little bit from there. So the Matterhorn's
Oh, that's interesting. So it was not a straight copy of Everest.
No.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
It is a map.
Just like me and Phil, I learned for the first time that the Polynesian was gifted a tree for Walt Disney World's 25th anniversary. And I never knew that there was a tree at the Polynesian that was Hawaiian, from Hawaii. Now, this should not be a surprise because back in the day, if they're going to have a resort after a country, even those unbuilt resorts, the Asian resort, Persian resorts, Mediterranean resort, Venetian resort, it's not a surprise that they would honor something from Hawaii or Polynesia. But I did not know about that. So how many times or how many vacations and years that I strolled through the Polynesian and never really focus on the tree and says, oh, that's the one from Hawaii.
Right.
That's a put a sign in front of it, telling you.
The sound is off.
Dive into this.
What is the time frame of this project? When was it proposed?
Oh, we'll find out.
Oh. You haven't even told me about this, jerk.
You know what? Here to that guy for being an honest guy.
You're about to find out.
I love that. Because you know what? Pause
To
again.
find
because
out.
sometimes when it comes to, content creation, right? You do at first you are very rough with content creation, right? And then you evolve into who you are. But sometimes it can be a little bit too polished. So when he said, "You didn't tell him about this, you jerk," it's like, I am ashamed. I'm beside myself. I'm disgusted with your behavior. I'll whoop your ass right now for this. It's nice to know that even in, being a fan, you can still be offended off of wanting to be excited about something. That makes the audience connect to the content and the material even more. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And all we heard, Jason, was to find out. We didn't know what else you said.
Oh, why didn't you hear the whole thing?
I don't know. You just came in and said to find out, and then
You're about to find out.
There you go. A little phantasmic for everybody.
Now, Braylon Lee, you feel like you are in the same space as they are right now. It's as if you're sitting in the desk with them and you're about to find out.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. Great.
Oh, who's doing the where Tom where and the and the whoosh?
But actually, me and Phil were the same when we watched the other day, so it's the same.
Any volunteers?
Yes, I could do it.
I could do it.
All right. And Jason, you have all the art ready to go?
I don't have it in any sort of order. I just have it the way you sent it, but
it's probably fine. And just use the pictures that actually have art. Obviously, don't use
yeah. No, we'll get to it. I mean, I'll scroll around if we have to get it.
All right.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh God, I hate everyone and everything. It's for the tots, though. I will give a weather report for West Haven, Connecticut right now. In News Weather Channel and colder soon, and
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into our bond offerings. We currently offer 2 investment.
It used to get colder. I will. Yes, it's very dark out.
Way Nick is running all this to make it work makes it hard to put in the recorder.
Oh, all right. I thought once we got rid of Skype, it would be doable. Issues too.
Yeah.
Like
I told you about that weird locking thing it does sometimes.
Yeah.
Jeez. Ron Deanna.
That's the power of love.
Nicholas Cicero. Not center. So they had this nice chunk of land
All right, here we
really
go.
interesting trip through time.
Absolutely.
Let's get on that alternate timeline.
All right, it is alternate timeline. At some point, history skewed, right? Anyway. All right, so we're going to set our time coordinates. The year is going to be 1986. And in 1986, there was some interesting stuff happening at Walt Disney World. Epcot Center had just opened 4 years before that. Michael Eisner and Frank Wells were in charge of the company and had some pretty ambitious plans. And at this point, they were already working with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer on the what they were calling at the time the MGM Studio Tour. It wasn't even a park. It was called the MGM Studio Tour. It was going to be basically the great movie ride and the backlot tour, and that was kind of going to be it. And so it was meant to be like a half-day experience, which it was when it opened, but it had a little more to it. Eventually, through the years, they developed a little more for it. But they realized where they were building the studio tour was in a decent proximity to Epcot Center. So they had this nice chunk of land between what would be the Disney MGM Studios and Epcot Center. Jason, I don't know if I think there's a decent piece of art that at least shows like the layout of the two parks and the space between it. I want to start finding that. So what they wanted to do with the space between, you may recognize this space today. It's known as the Crescent Lake area. There's a number of resorts that lie in this space. But what they wanted to do was find some way to easily connect the Disney MGM Studios and Epcot Center. So here you go. There's the map up there. You'll see that Disney Mountain site is a weird, like an asterisk kind of just between Epcot, which in this case is a blank potato, and there's just the word Studio Tour underneath. And that's the location. Interestingly enough, if you look at that, I love that conservation area down there, which
I can't believe he called the World Showcase Lagoon a potato. Just kidding. It's all good.
didn't last, by the way. And then also that future development area, which would eventually be the I believe it's the Animal Kingdom area, no?
No, future development.
Is that Celebration?
That's Celebration.
Oh.
And the conservation area, they basically had another conservation area somewhere else in Florida that they kind of swapped the building rights for.
Yeah, because they just have to keep the amount of acreage.
Right, it doesn't have to be in the same place.
It doesn't have to be a particular area as long as they have a certain amount of conservation area. So yeah, the future development, never mind, was Celebration, which I guess they were already maybe thinking about in '86. Interesting enough. But there you go. There's a look at that.
Well, you're pretty good at it.
So they want to do something.
Did I hear Phil? Yeah.
You know I'm pretty good at math. Even though it's pretty basic math there. Yeah. The conservation area is where part of Celebration is, and the future development area is where Pro and all of them would talk about, oh, are they going to build a fifth gate right there? And it's the extension of World Drive connecting the I-4. That's the future development, right?
Yes.
Just tag you.
No, it's good. You know your geography.
Yes. He is the map.
So I'm gonna.
He's the map. He's the map.
I'll read you a little bit from this pre-feasibility study. The Disney Mountain concept was developed by Walt Disney Imagineering in early 1986 as an innovative multi-use complex that complements existing and planned activities at Walt Disney World. There's going to be a lot of legal type speak in this. It's a pre-feasibility study. It's made for.
So this was going to basically be Communicore Hall before Communicore Hall. That's it.
Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting outlook.
Me through some of this. The purpose of this pre-feasibility study is to test the technical and economic.
By the way, if there's a moment that you want to stop, just shout out and I will stop. So.
Viability of the concept. This is done by developing a conceptual program of the project and applying cost factors in order to produce order of magnitude capital and operating cost estimates. The program has been developed on the basis of reasonable market demand and historical profit and loss data and the other assumptions in conjunction with WDI Disney Development Corporation, the DDC, and the Walt Disney World Resorts. However, it has not had the benefit of any market demand studies tailored to the unique nature of this project. The space program was developed using Walt Disney Company basic data on hotel room counts, entertainment and retail gross areas, and seat counts for the amphitheater and convention facilities. The order of the magnitude estimate was developed by examination of hotel and other cost data in the Orlando area and reconfiguration of this data for the particular applications of this project. Disney Mountain is a unique combination of hotels, restaurants, convention, entertainment, and merchandise facilities.
Hello.
Do you want to play with me?
Sure. You want me to help you with your groceries? This journey.
Built as an integrated mega...
Also, too, everybody, shout out to Yesterworld Entertainment, who did a great documentary on the Disneyland Hotel. And with the Disneyland Hotel, you could get your hair cut there. You can get you could also dine there. So the Disneyland Hotel was the hotel, but there was also a entertainment district within the Disneyland Hotel. So it's giving kind of the energy.
Oh yeah, because the Disneyland Hotel, when it first opened back in the day, it was it was the thing. It was like before it became, over the years it became a tower.
Yes.
Of this project. Disney Mountain is a unique combination of hotels, restaurants, convention, entertainment, and merchandise facilities built as an integrated megastructure rising above the landscape of Walt Disney World, linking Epcot and the studio tour. The unified structure with shared services, circulation, and parking creates an environment which is both technologically advanced and human in scale. So maybe now you're starting to get the idea behind this. But maybe, Jason, we could use a little bit of a illustration. The key objectives of this project are, these are the bullet points: to create an unparalleled destination in a unique man-made and natural environment, to provide the focus of all activities at Walt Disney World, to achieve a cost-effective real estate program that accommodates the existing and future demands of Disney World, and to create a viable development in the Disney tradition of innovation that meets corporation investment goals.
So it's the core of Progress City? Kind of?
In a lot of ways. We're going to come back to the original Epcot Center a lot in this. And I feel like this is still, at Imagineering at this time, a lot of those guys are still there. A lot of those guys that worked with Walt, but then were put on the Epcot Center project when it became a park, are still very much alive and well here. And I think there's a part of them that, as proud as they are of Epcot Center, still kind of wants to push the envelope and do something of a community of tomorrow on the Disney World property. They still believe in that at this point in time, that that's a thing that can be done. And while this isn't a community with people living full-time inside of it, there is a lot about it that mirrors Epcot, and we'll get to that as we go through.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear to provide the focus for all of the activities at Walt Disney World. This is a very central sort of concept for all of Walt Disney World. So that's clearly an Epcot, harkens back to the Epcot idea.
And it's in that area. I mean, this is just below Epcot. It's going to connect to a brand new idea, the studio tour. Another thing to keep in mind, if you remember, when Walt shows off the Florida project, you have up here, you have the Magic Kingdom and the resort area. Then you have Epcot Center, both the residential district and the business district, the factories. But then you keep going down, and it just keeps connecting all in a line via transportation systems. And that's kind of what's happening here. You have the Magic Kingdom at the time. They've built Epcot Center, and now they're going to build this studio tour down here, and they want to build something between. It is a little off from the original Florida project plan, but from an aerial view, if completed, this is going to look a lot like Walt Disney's original Florida project. It's going to be a little different. There's not going to be some of those functions, but in a lot of ways, very similar. So if we may move on, the next part is about the purpose of the study. The purpose of the study is to test, in a broad sense, the technical and economic viability of the concept. This has been done by developing a conceptual program of the project and applying cost factors in order to produce order of magnitude capital and operating cost estimates. The program has been prepared, again, on a basis, I think I read this already, actually. It's twice. This is in there twice, by the way.
Ants ignoring your traps? Combat has 2 different baits to kill all common household ants.
When I first met Leah and realized that not only does she drive a Volvo and has style,
that's why I have it here twice. But again, they just want to, this is very early pre-feasibility. They haven't done a lot of market studies at this point. But also this is 1986. This is near decision time. Like they've got to decide. They're about to start construction on MGM. So it's about time to figure something out. All right, so let's talk about the next part called the program. The physical dimensions of Disney Mountain can be broken into several major elements. Site planning and circulation infrastructure. Disney Mountain and the neighboring Studio Tour, notice it's called the Studio Tour in this document, will be built in the land area southwest of Epcot. The site is currently a combination of woodlands, wetlands, and highlands. The creation of this new resort area will help alleviate World Drive on peak days of attendance. The integrated and compact concept of Disney Mountain should reduce the requirements of site development and infrastructure. Very much borrowing from Epcot. But the other thing you got to realize, Jason brought up the point about the point about this being the center of the functions of Walt Disney World. They kind of allude to that. You got to think about Walt Disney World in 1986. Walt Disney World in 1986, there is the Magic Kingdom. They got a couple of resorts up there. You then have Epcot Center, and you have the Village. That's pretty much it. You have River Country also. There's not a whole lot. They hadn't gone crazy building resorts yet. It's not a thing that's happened yet. So really, the idea that this project would be sort of the center focus of Walt Disney World is not unreasonable. There's not a whole lot here yet. And that should give you an idea of just how big the expansion was in the late 80s to late 90s. You think about how many resorts we have now. What is it, 20? I don't have the number in front of me. 20-something. You have 20-something resort hotels. At this time, you have a handful. A handful. This is 1986. This isn't lifetimes ago. It's not that long ago. But that gives you a good idea of just how fast the expansion was in the late 80s and early 90s. Any points to be made on that? Anyone want to say anything?
So, I mean, at this point, things that would be starting to be discussed is Pleasure Island and Typhoon Lagoon, which are down towards Hotel Plaza Boulevard, which already existed at this point as well.
Correct.
Did the Epcot resorts exist?
No. Caribbean Beach was still, 2 years away?
But the Swan and Dolphin would have been in development around this time as well.
Not yet. Not yet.
Caribbean Beach.
You're about to find out. Not yet. What was that? When was Caribbean Beach?
I believe it opened in 89.
I thought 88.
88. Okay, yeah, 88.
Yeah,
I was there in 89. It opened in 80.
And Grand Flow would have been under construction right now.
Grand Flow is most likely under construction. Caribbean Beach, they might be about to pull the trigger on. It could be under construction. I don't have the timeline in front of me. I don't have the date in 1986 for this pre-feasibility study. It just says 1986. Could be any time in the year. We don't really know.
So like Yacht Beach, though, they didn't exist, or Boardwalk, they didn't exist.
Nope. More on that in a bit. You guys are making some good points. I like this.
Look at smirk.
You're alluding to things I'm going to get to. This is working nicely. All right, so we talked about that.
Tom.
Let's talk about World Drive. Here's
just a second. I want to.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, please.
Tom is such a host. Oh, that's so nice. You guys are making great points. Shut up. Try to stay. He didn't say that, but I felt his energy. That was hilarious. Oh my God.
I wonder if this was one of his favorite episodes to do.
Probably. I mean, it seems like he has some energy in this. Now, I say that Tom doesn't have energy, everybody. Just want to say that. But Seemed like there was a pep in his step with this one.
The Florida project layout sort of sketch, and you can see where the Magic Kingdom would be here, Magic Kingdom up here, and then you've got Epcot is down here, Epcot's here, and then this is sort of where Disney Mountain would fall in this sketch of things.
Yeah.
So would that be getting a monorail extension?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Does that say Swamp Ride over there on the left?
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
If I had recognized this, I would have done it back to you. We'll talk about it.
Right.
Airboats. That was a big thing. Walt, you got to remember, the idea of a second park didn't exist when they were designing Walt Disney World. So Walt's going.
This says park. Look, Magic Kingdom is the
it's
park.
way up there. So there's Swamp Ride down here.
Yeah. So Walt is thinking theme park up here, hotels next to it, my City of Tomorrow.
City of Tomorrow.
You know, and then he's like, all right, golf courses. That's another thing you can do. Golf courses. He's like, we're in Florida. Swamp Ride. Let's have airboat rides. Let's put that over there.
But golf, you've got swamp.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is you're not thinking about more parks. That idea is not even something anyone's even dreamt about.
Because there was no more parks. There was Disneyland. There was Walt Disney World. There wasn't another park. They weren't thinking about Epcot as a park. Epcot was not a park at this point.
It was a whole different thing. It was kind of like a World's Fair City type exhibit.
It was kind of like this big flowery thing here in this graphic where
it was a big city you could visit and do all kinds of things.
And this was it. And then so this actually where it says convention facilities here, this would have been Disney Mountain because Disney Mountain had convention facilities. You just read it.
So this drawing even before Epcot? I think this is the Epcot City drawing.
Yeah,
this I recall was something was presented on X last year, and they said it was Walt's drawing on a napkin of what Walt Disney World was going to be.
Oh wow! From Walt, actually.
Yeah, this is allegedly someone's post image on X. Probably long before it was posted onto X, of course, that Walt had drew this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Oh, it is.
Any drawing from Walt to do with Walt Disney World? Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on.
Not there yet. Hold on.
No, you just read it in the beginning of the feasibility.
I guess I
said
did.
It included convention facilities.
But it is important to keep in mind this original plan because a lot of this comes back to life here. And it's again, the Disney company holding on to that Epcot idea as long as possible. But World Drive, again, you got to think how few roadways there are at Walt Disney World at that time, too. World Drive was a nightmare because there wasn't a whole lot of other roads. There was Epcot Center Drive and World Drive and very, very little else on property at that time. It wasn't the wonderful sprawling road system they have now, which I think works pretty well today. But back then, World Drive was always a disaster.
Well, and it works better now because more people stay on property. Back then...
Jane runs a camp.
Well, that's a good point. He said more people stay on property. There's all these hotels. So back then, if you didn't have that, really, just a few resorts, that's too much people going in and out of Walt Disney World property.
That I drove in to Walt Disney World via the 192 main entrance.
Yeah.
You just don't go in that way. You know, even when you're coming from the airport.
Only if I go to studios do I end up.
Yeah, but I mean, normally coming from the airport or wherever, you come in off of Epcot Center Drive. But back then,
the podium level provides pedestrian circulation and many themed attractions.
You want to know something weird? Lake Buena Vista Drive. It's only went as far as Disney Village and then continue on and to connect to Epcot Center Drive, or even to connect beyond Epcot Center Drive to connect to Disney World Drive until the mid 80s.
But even this project is the introduction of the creation of Buena Vista Way.
So this is the real meat of this, folks. Here we go. The facilities woven in and around 7 themed villages. 7? Yeah, 7. Are the following facilities: 10 hotels with different classes of service for a total of 6,250 rooms. Approximately 100 themed attractions, including food and merchandise outlets. Wow. A themed tower in the center of the mountain. A state-of-the-art convention center. A 4,000-seat amphitheater. A multi-level garage. And all of the central services for operation and maintenance. So now you've got the idea. 5-story mountain, 10 hotels, convention center, a Hollywood Bowl style amphitheater. The garage is inside the mountain. Inside the mountain is the garage. It's hidden from view. Inside this structure. I reading this the first time, I am as amazed as I was when I heard Walt Disney describe his Epcot Center.
First he says World Showcase is shaped like a potato. Now he's mentioning a new potato and what is inside the potato. Inside the baked potato. The sour cream, the chive of the mountain potato.
I'm gonna say that top part with the themes and the hotels sounds almost verbatim from the Epcot project.
And that's part of it. Walt mentions the foreign villages, the shopping and dining districts inside Epcot Center, the city. They're coming back to life in this project.
100 themed attractions, though. Oh my gosh.
That covers shows, that covers food, that covers retail, that covers a lot. So I don't want people to think there's going to be like 100 rides.
Right,
No,
but like the
not
park
100
maps don't
rides.
even go up to 100, though, do they? We don't have a park map that numbers that high.
Yeah,
No, but they don't include restaurants, do they? As a
Food and restaurants.
Well, for the numbers, they do.
It probably doesn't include restrooms.
No restrooms. There's no restrooms on the whole mountain. You just
can be right.
I mean, she brought up there's no restaurants. How would there not be restaurants? No restrooms. Yes, you just take your private business on the side.
Yeah.
They'll just fall off the mountain.
Go on top of the mountain and it will roll down the mountain.
No, I'm asking myself, why 10 hotels? Why 10? Unless they're like a small size each, so you can get like 10 different experiences, so that the way it doesn't get old.
No, I mean, to have 10 hotels, I think that was just the spectacle of it all. I mean, 10 hotels in one mountain. Come on now.
Well, I'm looking at the text there. If he goes
Yeah,
back.
I'm gonna go back to the text so you can see it.
You have a peak population of. Let's see, where is the peak population down below?
Oh, is it more below?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Safelight can do just about anything your windshield.
Or maybe it's kind of the way they say 10 hotels is like I don't know. It's kind of like if you take a Las Vegas. And the first time I think about Vegas now, not saying that it's Vegas, but you know, the whole. You was looking for the population. Oh, maybe the population was more earlier.
Daily peak population of approximately 38,000.
38,000.
Was
Yeah.
that population for Epcot?
No, I think that's like for where in your park.
Oh, okay.
Do you conclude that too as well, for?
I was about to say, wouldn't that be 38,000 like attendees or something like
Were
that?
were you asking what the peak up what were you asking what the peak population for Epcot was, or were you saying if that was
That is the peak population of attendees. Yes.
yeah. If he was asking what is the peak population for Epcot, I don't know.
This is the peak population of what's in the park.
Now it says that the 10 hotels would be a total of 6,250 rooms. So
Yeah, that's a little too much maintenance.
oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know the biggest resort in Disney, how many rooms they have. Yeah.
I believe
Well, this is almost as if like they were gonna put so much rooms and so much hotels in this central structure area. That way, after that, they don't have to build ever again any more hotels, any more resort outside of it.
What's really amazing about this concept that we move forward right now.
Coming back to life in this project. But
100
this,
themed attractions, though. Oh my gosh.
That covers shows, that covers food, that covers retail, that covers a lot. So I don't want people to think there's going to be like 100 rides.
Right, but like the
not
park
100
maps don't
rides.
even go up to 100, though, do they? We don't have a park map that numbers that high.
Yeah,
No, but they don't include rest.
Mount. That's the high point of the mountain. Yeah.
It looks from the picture almost like a space needle.
Yeah.
Jason, what can we show them? I think it's time to show some art. No, are we at that point? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this. Jason, pull that up. Let's blow some
Bring the art.
people away.
Bring the art, yes.
Holy cow.
We got to put that. Yeah, there we go.
Every time it's good, there's a commercial break. Let's see. Commercial break. Thank you.
All right, there we go.
Of Disney Mountain.
That looks like the yacht club, or the right there.
Now this gentleman points it out that appears like the yacht club, and if he does that,
And I pointed to you, Florentin. This looks like the boardwalk.
you did that, and I pointed out that it resembles to me like the Mediterranean resort. So somewhat, because for me the architecture is more. Oh, yes, I can see the boardwalk, but I don't know where he sees Yacht and Beach Club.
The Mediterranean resort evolved into.
Oh, now I see it. Yes, the top picture maybe. The top picture is you can see the Yacht and Beach Club, kind of.
Maybe.
Well, look, there's a little
Where?
Ferris wheel over here.
This is crazy.
Ferris wheel. This looks like these are the different levels. It looks like you can see all these levels. Maybe that's the parking garage. There's your.
It's in there, yeah.
There's your central tower.
Theme tower.
Then you've got who knows what you got.
Those look like hotels.
Yeah, we're gonna see an oversight. We're gonna see an overall plan, but this is a good introduction.
Yeah, look at this. There we go.
But I mean, Epcot Center. Have you ever seen there's a tower in the center of the original plans for the city? I mean, this is this is very much a nod to that in many ways. They've just sort of removed the roof.
Yep, these look like
from
hotels.
the rest of the city.
It looks like a Mediterranean town viewed from like the coast.
There you go. You brought up Mediterranean. See, there we go.
Yeah.
That's
You're on to something with that.
Yeah, because this is clearly water over here.
But the Ferris, I thought the Ferris wheel was kind of fun.
Yep.
There's a reason for the Ferris wheel. Okay, so let me talk a little more while you guys look at that.
Original DCA, right? This is where they thought about it? Never mind. Sorry.
Is that the Malaboomer?
Does anyone see a giant orange filled with beads? For the total program, and phase 2 contributing to the remaining third. I think you have a phase picture, Jason, somewhere. And now we're going to go over what the 2 phases for the project would have been. Phase 1 was to build 4,450 hotel rooms in 7 hotels, 5,350 car parking spaces, 150,000 square feet of themed food, entertainment, and merchandising, 140,000 square feet of central facilities, and the required infrastructure, roads, and lagoons and pools. Phase 2 would have been another 1,800 hotel rooms in 3 hotels, another 2,250 car parking spaces, 83,000 additional square feet of themed food, entertainment, and merchandising, the amphitheater, and as well 80,000 square feet of central facilities, and again, more infrastructure, roads, lagoons, and pools. Phase 1 would have, in theory, been completed by late 1990. Phase 2 in late 1991.
Wow. I mean, the square footage doesn't, I mean, obviously that doesn't count the hotels, but I mean, that actually doesn't come out that big. It's just over 3 acres of themed, of the guest area. That's
I was gonna say, how big is Disney
village.
Springs? Would that be bigger or smaller?
Well, I mean, 150,000 square feet. You can have like some big stores, like Super Walmart square footage is like 60,000, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just over 3 acres. So, I mean, that's how I have to.
So you can think about 3 times the size of the biggest Walmart or Target that you've ever thought. But 3 times the size of that isn't super enormous.
So you're saying this is Walmart? Okay.
I mean, if we're just looking at the hotels and counting everything added, we're probably like what the studio's expansion is right now for this whole thing.
I mean, you got to remember how much there's car parking in there, the hotel space. When we talk about the themed food, entertainment, and merchandising, that is literally just that stuff. That is that stuff, and you're going to see where that falls in here, and you'll understand more based on the location of those things, why it's not a ton of space, but it's definitely more than enough.
At the time.
Running your first 5K?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to skip through some bits here. So that way we can we have some time to do we can do a discussion, because otherwise this video is gonna drag on and on.
That space is no much bigger than my Liberty Square expansion I had.
I think I'm gonna go jump to more concept arts. Pretty much got a review. Here we go. So yes.
Harbor, the exotic drama of the Orient studio tour. The built part of the site will be a 5-level structure, primarily comprising parking layered with hotels and attractions in 7 themed villages, each with a complement of services, business facilities, and entertainment. I am now going to go over what the 7 villages are. Jason, could you pull up? There's a piece of art that shows like where the villages are. Can we show that to people as I go through this? No, I think you just passed. There we go. All right, here we go. Here are the neighborhoods, the villages. Number 1, the Hollywood Hills, a hillside backdrop of historical Hollywood, visually consistent with the Disney MGM Studio Tour. The Mystic East Harbor, the exotic drama of the Orient and the Far East. Tropical Romance, the colorful and sensuous feelings of the South Sea Islands and South American tropics. The Neon Caverns, an imaginative and somewhat offbeat tour of surrealism and the future via a route burrowed into Disney Mountain. Fantastic Journeys, an adventure based on space and time travel. That's the tower in the middle. We almost had a space and time travel themed tower at Walt Disney World.
You would never be able to get in there. It would be booked so far in advance.
Hey, Ashley, there's the Boardwalk, a nostalgic celebration of the classic waterfront carnival atmosphere. And last but not least, Hilltown. And what is that word? Archetypal? Is that right?
Yeah.
An archetypal old world Hilltown, at once urban and rural, and visually related to Epcot's World Showcase because it would face Epcot's World Showcase. So again, Jason, pull up the art for a minute if we can. I want to talk about how cool this is. The area in front of Hollywood Studios was going to be
the Hollywood Hills.
The Hollywood Hills. How brilliant! How brilliant!
This is awesome.
Then,
oh my gosh!
Like over by Epcot Hilltown, having these small villages themed to these different villages all around the world. Of course, the Boardwalk, a very cool theme. Love the Boardwalk. And then the Tropical Romance area. Mystic East, a theme we really don't have present in hotels or anything really at Walt Disney World. A little bit at Animal Kingdom, but not a ton. There's and the Neon Caverns, which sounds really, really neat. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot more information in here about it. I'm sorry to say that, but this is a flabbergasting project.
Could we assume that the romantic? Where'd it go?
The Tropical Romance.
Did that become Caribbean Beach?
It's more than likely. That's why I don't think Caribbean Beach was approved yet. But see, the thing is, if you pre-designed a whole bunch of stuff into this project, it's probably real easy to be like, hey, we're going to go with that cheaper horizontal plan and then just sort of slide everything over and, do it that way. Yeah.
Gosh, the Mystical Caverns, like I feel like if we had this right now, we would be talking about that being getting a Gravity Falls overlay right now. Because that just sounds
Gravity
like
Falls over though, so I doubt it.
Tour of surrealism and the tower.
These all have wonderful creative names, and then there's Hilltown. Creative.
The tower.
Oh my gosh!
So that was.
And it looks like that would have led into the tower.
Hilltown. Hilltown.
So different villages all around.
Do you guys have any? So you guys have any thoughts? From these different area names?
Florentin, I'll just send you a picture, and I pulled up my master plan, and I have 1,955,000 square feet of space south of the Hollywood Studios. That picture right there, which will for Imagination Wood Studios like Hollywood Tower.
And just like Brian pointed out, you know, we're different, and even though our series, channel, whatever you call it, our series, we're not big, we're not at the top or whatever, what size we are. Yeah, that's why we're so different, because we're actually like, oh, well, just like you pointed out, like what I'm gonna come up with, and especially you with knowing all the acreage and the map, I'm gonna come up with 4.5 acres.
Yeah, if you want to know how many acres that is 44.9 acres.
Or then you have Brian, which is more on the branding side. I'm gonna create a new branding for this and that, and then there's my end, which I really don't know. I cannot describe it, but it's right there. It is right there in front of me. So yeah, the very first time that I ever saw this, and when you can see my eyes was on Hollywood Hills, and the first thing that came about was how we talked about, it was an episode that was not recorded, which would have been amazing if it was recorded, because we had so much fun. That was when we came up with
entertainment centers.
No, we were discussing about Brain was discussing about expanding, not expanding, but making Hollywood studios better. That was around the time during the Disney animation studios we were talking, and you at the same time you brought up the different clubs integrated into theme parks. The Club 33 integrated into theme parks, and also at the same time we brought up a Hollywood hotel, which would be a Hollywood entrance hotel, whether it's in Hollywood Studios or it's right outside at the entrance where the parking lot is. And House of Mouse Hotel, Hollywood Hotel, and then now a fill with the Sunset Room. So whenever first time I saw Hollywood Hills here, it's like Hollywood, but like in a whole different way. And I think that inspiration from this went on to Disney Sea, because someone had commented saying that was the inspiration for Miracosta Hotel in Tokyo.
What is the Miracosta Hotel?
Oh, describe to you what the Miracosta Hotel?
Yes, and
that's Miracosta Hotel. That's the resort that is considered at the entrance of Disney Sea, Tokyo Disney Sea. That was for Tokyo. That was for Disney. The very first. That was a prime example of a hotel. It was kind of like the Portofino, but it's Italian, so it's kind of like the Portofino of Universal, but for Disney. And it was right at the entrance, so you would have rooms facing the park. That was like Epic, just like Epic Universe has its hotel facing the park. So
the Venetian for Disney.
Yeah, you could say the Venetian too, but I think the Miracosta is, I don't know, it is Venetian, but it's kind of a, I don't know, it's more of a, I don't know how to say it. It's Venetian, but it's kind of adventure at the same time.
The world. Of course, the boardwalk, a very cool theme. Love the boardwalk. And then the tropical romance.
Oh, we heard this part.
Yeah. If I was going to build this, I'm going to create a new name for the boardwalk, or new theme for the boardwalk, because we already got the boardwalk.
Yeah, so the new something else. Yeah. Here is so here he's about to go. He's about to go through another concept art, which is more full aerial.
Estimate the magnitude of the effort and costs of implementing such a project. A conceptual plan and program for Disney Mountain has been prepared, including preliminary.
So
other imaginative.
So there's kind of a, I think he read that already. So there's kind of a description for each of them. I cannot read number 1 and 2. The number 3, the tropical romance, it says colorful, sensuous feeling of the South Seas. Oh yeah, he did read each thing. So oh, the hill. Yes, he did read the description for each of the hotels or areas. Now I'm jump.
Did he read number 2?
Did he read what?
Did he read number 2?
Oh, number 2?
I just want to make sure that I got everything else down, except for Boardwalk, because I don't really care for much of Boardwalk. Since now in our timeline right now, we do have Boardwalk. You don't have Boardwalk.
You can hear him reading number 2, but if I go rewind on the video, it's not. Can you see number 2 on the screen?
Yeah, hold on.
So I think you have to go back and I don't know.
Never mind.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Such a design would preserve and enhance the existing environment. Such a design.
No, we only see number 1. Yeah, you're right. Number 1 is Hollywood Hills.
That's okay. Good. That's just fine.
Okay.
Would preserve
it.
Boardwalk, I don't care about.
So Hollywood Hills, hillside backdrop of historical Hollywood, visually consistent with the Walt Disney MGM Studio Tour.
Good.
All right. I don't know what number 2 is.
Number 2 is Boardwalk and.
No. Boardwalk is number 6.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll have to. If I go back and hear him, he'll. Yeah. So here's the. So let's get to these concept arts.
Plus, associated lagoons will take up roughly 130 acres. Of this, approximately 50 acres are for the mountain footprint, 25 for the beach area, and 55 for the surrounding lagoons and water. Jason, don't show me. Show them that art. Show them that art. They want to see that. Just blow that up on there. Keep that up there for them.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So you could walk basically from Epcot to Hollywood Studios through this area. Instead of the boring area we have for that walk now.
So all the way on the left, that is the MGM Studio Tour. Look, the Hidden Mickey was there already. Early planned in '86. The Hidden Mickey's already there.
Be amazing. Look at
This
that.
is where Eric would have been running this morning and yesterday.
This is so. I love this piece of art so much. This is so cool. I love the lagoons around the center tower too. I think that would have been so beautiful. A lot of this art comes back for WESTCOT. WESTCOT adopts a lot of this in the site plan for the expansion of the Disneyland Resort. Obviously, again, they went cheap that direction too. Much cheaper than they went at Walt Disney World, sadly. But so much of this plan reminds me of WESTCOT expansion.
So we'd have like this Hollywood Hills, this like.
They said that WESTCOT was going to cost $3.2 billion to build, and this one here, Disney Mountain, was $1.2 billion. So WESTCOT was like 200. It was like an additional billion.
Hollywood Bowl Amphitheater right outside.
This is the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater.
That is the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater.
Oh my God.
4,000 seats. That's about the same size.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, maybe that's where Fantasmic would have landed, because that's what they borrowed.
They could have sold tickets to it or added that as part of the park. Yeah.
Is that a capsized boat?
I was just
think-
gonna ask the same thing.
Right
I
here.
think it's a boat that fell on its side.
Oh, this one. I see.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Up top. Or-
That was the Orient. So yeah.
Yep.
Epcot. This is off to the side. This isn't quite International Gateway. This is off to the side.
Yeah.
Right. Is this
Was coming out of the kind of lumpy bits there.
Well, one says study area.
connecting in to the infrastructure of Disney Mountain, so that there could be shared services and whatnot.
This is so good,
and it shows you right
over here. You basically here you can see where there's an arrow. There's an arrow where an arrow pointing where they would need to drill, or how they would in that specific location, how they would have National Gateway open up, so you would have what you call it, the mini river that goes to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Goes under it.
The road goes under. That's
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh
That's
my
it right
gosh,
there.
that would be so cool to see.
No, it's still.
It's there.
That's a thing.
That's an actual thing that you can ride.
Built it.
Right? Can like guests get on that?
No, Ben.
It goes under the waterway. There's a tunnel.
See this blue line here, although it's water, isn't
Epcot
actually
Resorts
water.
Boulevard.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the service road around the back of Epcot, and it goes under a water bridge right parallel with Epcot Resorts Boulevard going under.
That is cool. The shell and first tier of the amphitheater.
And then here they explain like each level. So, and then this is the area where there was mentioning if it's phase. If you want to know, phase 1 and phase 2. So if they were doing construction on phase 1, that you would never. You would only think phase 1 existed, and if they were doing phase 2 construction, you would never know it.
So what's level 5?
Substructure.
Level 5.
Podium level. It consists of the Hollywood Hotel and the.
I think that he's describing the podium level. You want to know what level 4 is?
Yeah, I just want to let everyone know what this is.
Oh, okay. I'll just play this part.
Pool on the other side of the pool is the Rock Island and that tower. This view would have been amazing. Could you imagine? Really, really neat. The third tier of the amphitheater, and a less exciting fact, is also on this level. But that description of that view is amazing. Level 5 is the podium level. It consists of the Hollywood Hotel and the.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I quit.
The Hollywood Hotel and Amphitheater. I told you all this was going to be amazing. I warned you. The Hollywood Hotel and Amphitheater, the upper level plaza, the Hilltown Main Street and its themed attractions. The theme tower, Rock Island, and the North and South Hills are connected by pedestrian bridges at this level. So going over these wide gaps are pedestrian bridges to take you to these other locations. Other hotels, in addition to the Hollywood Hotel, extend above this level, creating the image of country inns woven into the texture and fabric of the hilltop.
Good old Hilltown.
The hotels are totally integrated into the mountain substructure, and guest rooms are on all levels. Unbelievable. That Hollywood hotel is everything I ever wanted.
Ramp is for automating finance.
Oh, it looks like you're gonna have to pitch some Hollywood. You're gonna have to pitch some amazing Hollywood hotels to get the get the interest.
What? Me? Talking about me?
Oh no! I mean, you can see here that they're most enthralled by it. They're most gasping excitement over a Hollywood hotel, and even he mentions it. That's his favorite. That's his favorite of the. That's his favorite part of it.
Well, it looks like you. I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah, that's what I. Not saying you gotta do something about it, but
I mean,
people are really interested in it. I mean, based on this reaction.
I hired a solid from the 1930s. I traveled back to the 1930s and I said, "Hey, can you do a presentation?" And she said, "You know, she was very beautiful." She said yes, and like okay. And she did a fantastic job, but she ad-libbed mentioning about a hotel. So, I haven't started it yet, but they're excited. Great.
Oh, nice.
What was that? Audio. Where you look?
Entertainment. We need, recreation. And that was still, even after you cancel this project, you still need those things.
Yeah, you
so
do.
You just approach them from a different angle.
What this project did was it took an incredibly innovative approach to infrastructure and traffic and automobile parking management.
Turning the current needs of Walt Disney World into Epcot, the city.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it did. That's exactly what Epcot was designed to do.
Now, I want to bring this question up. So, it's 8:37. So, I want to bring this question up, and I don't mind be your honesty. I think the more question is more for Brian because
yes.
Because okay, so are you? I'm not gonna ask you if you're impressed because this is impressive. But did I meet your expectations, or earlier in the beginning of the show, did I meet your expectations? Did it turn out lower than your expectations?
I was very taken aback of the thing I thought was not it, but I love the exploration of it rather. I love the fact that it was one thing but it came out to be another. I love the fact that Disney lore still matters, and it seems like for the most part, it seems like they still would like to do this in some capacity at Disney.
Would you mind share? Do you mind one? I'm interested to know how you I'm interested to know what's your revelation of. You did mention in the beginning, you kind of asked if it was going to be, of course, when I mentioned it's going to be an experimental prototype city with. I mean, how did you just said it right? You just said it right here before you gave your amazing feedback. Your direction was your thoughts of this was another direction.
Yeah, I thought so because it wasn't a ride per se. It was definitely a walkthrough attraction. We think about Museum of the Weird. I know Bob, Gurr, and all of them. I think that Walt Disney wanted a place where if you want to chill, you could. If you want, to upgrade your home, you could. I think he recognized that needs were bigger than just the parks. And to try to get that every single thing, you're not going to win all the time.
Right. What about you, Phil? Did be able to now see this in the second, seeing this on the second, hearing this hearing this on the second scope? Did it change? Does it? I mean, I've asked the question. I've asked the question with Phil the other day. Is how does he feel about this? Did he wish did he wish it had happened? And his answer was pretty much the same like me. I think it was yes, and it was both a yes and a no. So that's how I see it. It's a yes. It's a yes and a no. Now the potential, I am all for the potential, and it seems that what I think is really important for Walt Disney World, especially the location that you're in Florida, is to have what makes it incredible, especially current Walt Disney World. What makes it incredible is you have all these environments that even though for example these environments, they're not, I mean, it's like World Showcase, whatever environment you have, Caribbean beach, Polynesian, and all that. I think what is more amazing is you keep on the environments. That's why for Magic Kingdom, I think in the beginning, when they were in the very early stages, there was a time where you watched Braylon from Mickey Views, and he was already, way back then, he was saying it was going to be, he just said that it was going to be cars. So, or he actually said it would be just maybe Radiator Springs Racers, and it was going to be a desert land, and you're going to have, you even mentioned that it was going to be a woody attraction, and I was really agreeing because I agree that a desert themed area or part of Walt Disney World, Florida is already hot, it's already humidity as it is, so having a desert, it would fit. It fit right in, and having a desert atmosphere, it's as if you bring kind of like something from the west of the United States to Florida. I think it would be really, really cool. I was really all for the desert thing, and it would work so well with the rock work from Big Thunder. So here you have more. Here is kind of this is here you have such waterways that surround it. So it's almost what you can. It's like a Disney Sea. This Disney Sea, you have waters around it. So any environments, just like Universal, is the same. I mean, the different resorts that transport you to a different part of the world, which I would wish they did something more special for Stella Nova and Terra Una. Definitely. But I mean, they did amazing with the Wizarding World. They really knocked it out of the park with the streetscape of Paris. They really knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, for Universal.
I think what I would like to do right now is pause, and I think I will see if
I mean, all of these concepts.
by mistake, my finger just touched the mouse pad, and then a big voice came out.
concepts are
Oh,
really
there we go
cool.
again. There we go again. Let's see.
Was there anything else before reaching the end of that video?
Right.
Well, aside from this video, I have just.
Yeah, like 15 minutes
I don't.
left in that video.
You ask if I had if I had something else I wanted to show.
That or there was like 15 minutes in this video you were showing us.
Oh, yes. For this video, right now it's at the very end.
Yeah, 15 minutes left.
I pretty much skipped through because this video is really.
Okay. I see that. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that we got we make sure that we got some discussion and final thoughts, and then we be able to wrap up before 9 p.m.
Yes.
Let's see if I can.
Very fascinating, though.
Yeah, and
go to the end where he has the Disney Mountain. Just to remind everyone of this.
Oh, the end where it has Disney Mountain. Okay.
Yeah. On the map. And what you've been watching is,
unlike the corporate.
Hey, Damon John.
And
What you've been
Imagineering
watching-
gives them some concepts and some pictures.
So
We are gardeners.
And says we need to figure out what this is going to cost and what our return on investment is going to be. And there is a blurb in the beginning of this where it talks about like a 12% internal rate of return or something like that as far as the investment goes. What I think, and I thought Ron was going to touch on this when he mentioned something a couple minutes ago, what I think that probably derailed a lot of this is that if you look at this project and you compare it to, say, Crescent Lake, this project spends an awful lot of money on infrastructure, like a parking garage, and there's no rate of return on that capital expense. So for the amount of money that you spend on Disney Mountain, imagine building twice as much stuff spread out as opposed to compact like this.
And that's probably the argument that won out.
I think that's the argument. I think that is very likely to be the argument that killed the project, was that we could spend the same amount of money, or actually it's probably, we could spend half as much money if we don't do this in such a single compact area, but spread it out over all this land. And hey, we have all this land in Florida. Why don't we spread it out? There's no financial other than the sort of concept of Disney and his Florida project and the Epcot the city sort of thing, and all those lofty goals. There's no financial impetus to do this in such a compact fashion in Florida. Now, maybe there is it at Disneyland, but certainly not in Florida. They have the land in Florida. Spending all that money on infrastructure when they don't need to. I mean, they needed to build a parking garage at Downtown Disney 10 years ago.
Yeah, so
that's a good spot to.
yeah, so do you guys agree? Do you agree with his initiative?
Yeah,
I agree.
His
I agree.
initiative. What I said also about Disney Mountain to you is that everything that you saw in this concept, it was big enough to revisit throughout the whole tenure of Eisner's tenure. Let's open up that.
I know what you're trying. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say tenure. I understand what you're trying to say. All good.
Okay, fine. Another word.
Well, we cannot. I could wrap this up from here and give our wrap up before 9 p.m. But we can't. But you know what? We can I think we can end on it in the BFP Imagineering formation. So
Look how long it.
I just have one. I just have one image here. Maybe we can. One image here, but we can see it.
I mean, you could say it's a romantic thing became Grand Floridian, I guess.
Right.
But again, yes.
And
Go ahead.
Florentin, we will get to the 9 o'clock show, but also too, the audience understands. We always make sure every show finishes in breathing. You know what I mean? So we're good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. But thank you also. Thank you, Tom for WWNT News for making Discover this and this episode. Yeah, I mean, aside from this video, I don't think I've seen another video about this. So
you figured
that
out.
was really that was definitely a really no. Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry.
You would figure that mouseless being a bunch of engineers that they are, they would.
yeah, that's the very first thing that was the very first thing I wanted to tell you. I was like, oh, mouse yet, like mouse yet, where is it? Like, if you're listening mouse yet, yes, we know your videos are incredible. Especially we are so. That's our favorite subjects, like the Venetian and wow, and now the restaurant where it could not been in World Showcase because of the sinkhole.
Yeah, the Odyssey. Yeah, if you want to know, referring to the mouseless video about the Odyssey, and that they had to move several feet to the west or east.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and
where that pond is there.
And, I think that's the biggest thing, right? About the thing that I love so much about the theme park sector is just when you think you know everything, it's like hold up and wait a minute. And I feel like us as a society, we're not sure we have a limited attention span, but we're not so limited where we're not interested. And I think that's why it's so important that each content creator recognizes what YouTube's slogan has always been, which is broadcast yourself. For every Tom, you need a Mouselets. For every Mouselets, you need a Braylon, Phil, and Florentin. I think it's important that we recognize that diversity, equity, inclusion, and equity and belonging is not just skin color. It is how you learn. It is how you communicate. It is how you engage. Because maybe you might need the Mouselets, beautiful faces. The thick one's mine, everybody. As everyone knows, the thick one's my virtual wife. She just doesn't know yet. But with that being said, you may need, a female.
Oh yeah, like another one is Alyssa Stellar.
Yes, Alicia Stella, of course, from Theme Park Stop, right? You may need the Mouselets to give more of a geek nerd background with them being engineering. With
yes, and just like probably at this. Probably at Disney. She has the voice has the voice and tone and style to do speculation.
Absolutely.
In such a natural, calming, professional way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I was saying, you may need the Mouselets with their background engineering to hear from a geek nerd point of view. Alicia Stella, when she gives her update, she's very visual. But probably at Disney, you might want to listen to her voice. With BFP Imagineering, this is the place you come and it's like, okay, there's a problem. I know Braylon, Phil, and Florentin are going to solve it. So, if anything, I think what Disney Mountain shows us is that Disney believes in DEI in terms of let's diversify how people can see us. Let's make sure that everybody has equality in knowing that everybody has a space here, and let's make sure everybody feels included in what we do. Because in the words of Nat King Cole, whether you're a kid from 1 to 92, everybody can relate to Disney.
Yeah, and we ourselves, we watch different, not because we watch different channels, not because we watch different YouTube channels from different people, but we watch because sometimes everybody can rant if we all went in and we all did a video where each of us we rant about the same thing, but for some reason we like to hear Tom the way he rants.
Yes.
Or we entertainment, we love the way you, Brian, the way you present it, the way if it was about the geography and the map and the geography and the acres, we enjoy how Phil does it. So
correct.
If you enjoy me how I do it, like in the storytelling way, because like I don't know, my kind of magical my voice, how I storytelling, I don't know. Just as an example, okay. That's why we sometimes we watch different. That's why we hop into different. Different people because they have different ways. Like, yeah, I know that when I watch probably a Disney and see Speculate, I know that it's in the same manner, that it's not in. Oh, what kind of kickbait you got now?
Yes, but also too, the thing that I really do appreciate about, YouTube and everything in between is this, right? The way that I get hype is not the way probably a Disney needs to get hype. And I love that when she gets excited about it, you can hear it in her voice intonation and her inflection.
For her it's her reflection and what she thinks. Like my favorite part is when she keeps bringing up D23. Are we gonna get answers by D23? Are they? Yeah.
And I think that that's very important. When you guys hear me rant right now, I rant with information behind it. I just add a little flavor to mine. Tom, he takes you on a dog walk as he rants. But with probably at Disney, it's more of a conversational. It's more of a conversational point of view of, now, guys, I know that this may not be what we want, but, and sometimes that voice needs to be just as heard. Because if everybody was a Braylon and a Tom, nobody would ever be listening about theme park news. That's why it's important that you get a little bit of everybody. You know what I mean? So. Well, no, go ahead, Phil.
You guys do what you do. I'm trying to sketch, if possible, a expansion area. Eventually. I can't trust the Gemini to do what I wanted to do.
Do you want to bring up this because these are just two images here. These are just two images that I took the time and just out of curiosity. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of like what we heard. This is all that we heard tonight, but it's kind of like seen from
zoom in.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
From a BFP, how we utilize how we generate concept art from Well, that's the biggest I can do.
I know sometimes when you zoom in, it'll write on it. You know what I mean? So I feel you. Is there a way that you can right click it?
Oops. I can't open. Let me see. Open in a new tab. Oh yeah, let's do that.
I see you took the picture from the concept art there.
I opened it in a new tab, so it's gonna be better. Oh, here we go. Actually, this is the other one, but they're both because I forgot to add a central tower to it.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Okay, hang on. So all of this is Disney Mountain right here.
Yeah, this is me taking the. I took the description of attractions, amphitheater. I just added the central tower, and this is kind of like a visual. Of course, it's a Gemini's visual. And it's kind of cool because actually this was a day picture and I asked it to do night picture, and it's kind of like Fantasmic. It's from an amphitheater. There you can see the monorail.
Yes.
And then you even see the Disney Skyliner. So they get a couple of years, years, and of course the Disney Skyliner, it would make sense because it's not too far from the Riviera Caribbean Beach.
I'm going to do something real quick because I first of all, it sounds like what Disney Mountain could have been was another entertainment district, right? You got the amphitheater, you have shops and attractions, you have hotels. Disneyland Forward kind of has this energy as well. Because they're trying to figure out what to do with, their parks and everything in between. There is something very interesting about this. So I'm just going to give me a moment here. I'm just going to bring up just one particular individual here because I think that he would have said if Pleasure Springs and Disney Mountain were to happen.
One more thing. We're not just building one of these. We're building two.
Wait, we're building two mountains? Oh, by the way, they did mention that it's kind of like two mountains anyway. So.
See? Now, Phil, you all be nicer to Bob. Life is too short, sir.
My coworker says I'm going to have a heart attack.
Oh, actually, the first image is the exact image. It just doesn't have the central tower.
If you can send this to the group chat along with like the word form description of like everything in there so I can read on my own time, because I would love to.
Oh yeah, sure. You got yes. I even did some. Phil did some funny one. Oh, to be fair, I asked Phil, but I want to answer this. I asked Phil if since you saw this a second time, you overheard and overviewed a second time, did your enthusiasm change? Did your perspective change? And I want to say for myself, I see it. For myself, it changed because, of course, the very first time I hear it, it hits so hard. Especially. But what has not changed is when they mentioned the infrastructure, like the highways. They mentioned that the way the roadways there'd be separate roadways to go into this mountain. So if you were a guest, a resort guest, you would have this roadway. If you were a normal park guest, you would have this roadway. So that way would not be all. And that's what's smart for them to do, because it's not like one entrance in and one entrance out, and they don't want that. That they don't want to risk that there's a whole catastrophe of traffic jam trying to go in and out of this.
And by the way, Disney, this is what people would like to see at D23. They would like to actually show off their nerdiness about D23 in person. I think that something like this would have been cool to talk about at D23. Now, that doesn't mean you have to make an announcement that, hey, you know, we talked about this for about 2 hours. We're going to announce it. But to showcase what could have been, to inspire people, that should be D23.
And this is very much different for us, because usually we're called bringing forth potential.
Yes.
But this is still bringing forth potential, but we're bringing your answer was, yeah, you said it it was so good how you said it. It's this is bringing what if this is
it was bringing what could have been.
Bringing it what if to inspire, and that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Because usually what we do is concept art. We make our own creation from our ideas, and is bringing forth potential, and it's not stuff that is. But that's why even for us, we are inspired now by this, that what could have been.
Absolutely.
But definitely, whether you're now a fan of this or not, it really completely changes your outlook.
It does.
When you see the International Gateway, and you see it completely changes the outlook of Hollywood studios. Not to say, because who knows? Not to say Hollywood studios would not have come to fruition, but did Hollywood studios, the way it turned out, was many of those components because of Disney Mountain.
Right. I feel like this. I feel like Disney Mountain would have been cool, but also too, I think that Disney's Hollywood Studios need to be here, because when you think about the world we live in today, and how, you know, we are in the world of AI. Think about that. Michael Eisner and Frank Wells made Disney Hollywood Studios, where it was about human ingenuity in the 90s. And if y'all remember what Michael Eisner said, it's about the Hollywood that never was, but will always will be. That there's that 1% chance of the impossible becoming possible. And I think that dramatically, from an emotional standpoint, was a bigger entry point to tell a wider range of a story than Disney Mountain. And that's not to say that they could not have made up a story about Disney Mountain. I mean, hell, they can make up a story about Pleasure Island. They can make up a story about Disney Mountain. But I think that Disney MGM Studios had a lot more weight to it than Disney Mountain. But that doesn't mean Disney Mountain did not serve a purpose, and does not mean it could not serve a future purpose later on.
Oh, but that's the timing that you brought that up is the timing that you bring this up is perfect, because it just came to my thoughts while you were talking that this actually is kind of like outlook, like you said, for Disney Forward, because they don't want to build another shopping dining destination. They don't know if they can do a WESTCOT, but to combine that to make a shopping and dining entertainment, but with attractions.
Yes.
With smaller pavilion experiences, so they could have festivals.
Yes.
When you see this is very much goes by that. of course, maybe on
And
a smaller scale.
Right. If you all remember too, shout out to Review Time, TYME, shout out to them. They talked about Disney Wharf, which was going to be in Australia, right? If you all remember my Disney Quest pitch to bring it back as the answer to Dave and Buster's, you haven't really got into regional entertainment yet. Not saying gonna get a Disney Mountain Las Vegas. Not saying gonna get a Disney Mountain Texas. But hey, the plans are out here. So once again, Disney, you should really hire me for your PR team. Okay? I'm a wordsmith. But no, wonderful, wonderful job, Florentin. You know, I have to tell you, when y'all first told me about this, I'm like, what the hell is it gonna be? I don't know what's going on. This, that, third, that, I know around the world, aye. But as the live evolved, I saw why you wanted to do this. And sometimes bringing forth potential is not just about creating something new, but it is learning the lessons from what was not created to be able to learn if something can be created new as well. So
yeah, because this project had some of our favorite things, like whether it's Pleasure Island or WESTCOT or Epcot, the city, and also I'm excited to bring this because again that can inspire us. It was a kind of a new direction, because instead of a discussion about our ideas and our projects, it's talking about Disney Imagineering, their project, an existing project, and and to discuss the having us free different creativity minds and what is our thoughts and it's and plus that nobody's talking about it, even though that kind of reminds me of when when you bring up the Universal cruise, like the public information is right there.
Yep. No, you are absolutely right. What Florentin is talking about, everybody, is I found some public documents. And it's crazy that nobody else has found these documents or wanted to talk about, because it's just like, my God. But these documents, we're talking about a Universal Cruise Line in partnership with Royal Caribbean. And the documents were so up to date that I even had timelines for, I believe, this year, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite incredible when I found it. Of course, the bigger content creator you are, the more reach you have. But I do not regret that live. I don't regret releasing the information, because sometimes things need to mature in order for them to have a purpose. So in due time, I do believe that can actually have a good purpose.
And sometimes you have something as amazing as this, and you only see one video on the internet from Tom from WDWNT, and you just maybe it's special. I just keep it to myself, but But I mean, his video is out there, so it's just a matter of time for somebody to.
Absolutely, and now our video is out there as well. Like I said, I don't want to lose what we do, but I like this different perspective of what we can do. So, like I said, very well done to you, Florentin. Good job, man. Good job.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. So, with that being said, y'all, we're going to do the Daily Motivator, and then we are going to get ready because G4 Studios is coming to Universal Orlando Resort. Is happening, and NBC Universal is going to be shutting down my YouTube channel. Now, I am being facetious. They're not going to shut down the YouTube channel. We are fine. I had to give you that energy so you can understand why I put that title. Wait till you hear the article from Reuters. It's gonna make a lot of sense here in just a few minutes. Back off camera. Let me get the Daily Mover up here, and then make it do what it do.
And we are mountain out.
Yes, mountain out for sure. Here is the Daily Mover, everybody. You know what? I'm gonna read this on camera because this one looks like it's gonna be a good one. I think everybody could utilize this here. Oh, sorry, I gotta take this one down. Be nice to people on your way up because you will need them on your way down. Be nice to people on your way up because you will need them on the way down. Be nice to people on your way up because you will need them on your way down. Will Meltzer. Very well said, Will.
Very well said, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Daily Motivator time. I can't believe I've done over 1,000 of these. It's crazy. Let's get to it. Tuesday. Wait, you wanted to say something real quick?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's time for Daily Motivator, everybody, for Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. Carry goodness forward. Treasure memories of the good times. Let them inspire you to create more. You can't go back to the way things were, yet you can carry forward the goodness of the past and express it again wherever life goes. The world as a whole changes constantly, and certain individual circumstances can transform almost as quickly. Yet the potential, how about that? I did not read this before the show. For goodness and joy always endures. Make it your business to uncover where that potential exists today. In the world as it now is, find spaces to fill with beauty, kindness, fellowship, generosity, and fulfillment. Something you do today where you are can project positive energy far into the future. From this place, this situation, you're able to spark new goodness and joy. Feel how the essence of every good thing you experience is still with you. Carry it all forward and continue to express it in new and creative ways. Ralph Morrison. You know, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to utilize the ending of a Disney film to talk about this. As everybody knows, one of my all-time favorite films is WALL-E. But you may not know that one of my favorite Disney films is Meet the Robinsons. It's about Wilbur Robinson. And he's an adopted kid. He's an inventor, just like three gentlemen I know that I'm live with, myself, Phil, and Florentin. And he's trying to find his way in the world. Some guy from the future he doesn't know who he is, but he says, I need your help because I screwed up. And what's really interesting about Meet the Robinsons is you don't know how big Wilbur is until you need to know. And there's a bowler hat guy that he felt forgotten, lost, and abandoned because of the tinkering of Wilbur. And you get to see Wilbur make things right. And try not to cry when I say this. The home that you see of the Robinsons is the home that he moves into at the end of the film. And something that's very important here, guys, is His grown self says, I don't know if this is going to be your future, but there's only one way to know. You got to go back to your present. And I think about that film at times when I don't know where my future is going to be. I think about that film where I get worried about the world. But most of all, I think about that film where just because I don't know what's happening doesn't mean something good is not on the way. So to relate that movie to this,
that is so true.
Yes.
And even reading this passage here, it makes me teary because, but here the potential, the term potential is a very foundational for BFP.
Yes, it is.
But for here, it's so touching that it's the word potential. It's over. It's over and over that I repeat, like the potential for Disney, the potential for Disney Mountain, the potential. But here I see potential used in another way, as simple for simple, the simpleness of humanity and just like here it says, yet the potential for goodness and joy always endures, and that makes me teary too. So.
Very well said, good sir. To relate Meet the Robinsons to this, as the world as a whole changes constantly, and certain individual circumstances can transform almost as quickly. My mom has always said, "You are not responsible for the world, but you are responsible for your own world." And remember, not every invention is going to make it in life, but that doesn't mean some inventions won't rise to the top. Like for Wilbur, that's the first thing I want to tell you. That we want to tell you that. The second thing that we want to tell you is feel how the essence of every good thing you've experienced is still with you. When I did my the Black Disney Expo is on the way, right? We ride out at dawn. Florentin said, "Is that really coming?"
Yeah, it sure did.
And I said, as much as it would be cool to have a Black Disney Expo and me be the grand marshal and MC for every panel and interview and everything in between, it's not happening. However, just like Florentin said, all it takes is just one video being out there for somebody to even think that could happen. Like I said, I know that I rag on Disney a lot. But y'all, we've been on for 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 11 seconds. And you remember what I said last night, right? But there was a caveat to that. I don't mind it going to 3 hours or 4. We're not about to get full. We're about to leave it at 3.
All right, right.
But let me land my plane. But I don't mind it being this long if it's a good conversation. Sometimes in order to learn what we need to, sometimes in order to figure out the lessons we need to learn, we have to let a conversation breathe. And the last thing we want to tell you is something you do today where you are can project positive energy into the future. And there's a song that goes, let it go, let it ride off your shoulders in these small hours. That is the song at the end of Meet the Robinsons. Disney can be amazing. It really can. But I don't think the executives have the energy we have. They don't have the time to be a nerd. They don't have the time to go to Walt Disney Studios, go in the movie theater room and say, hey, pull up Meet the Robinsons. I'm going to order some DoorDash. I'm going to chill out here.
And I don't think they have the imagination from these who probably worked on the Disney Mountain, because as Tom described, these were probably still alive Imagineers from way back in the Walt and Epcot project.
And I think bigger than that, I don't think they have the capacity to want to make space for them to be heard. When you don't make space for people, it only shrinks the potential of you being able to learn something. Let me say that 2 more times on the big screen. When you shrink the space for people to be heard, you shrink your space in order to learn. When you shrink the space for people to be heard, you shrink the space for you to learn. When you shrink the space for people to be heard, you shrink your space in order to learn. So, well, that was probably one of the most emotional daily motivators I've ever done on this channel. I bet you won't see the.
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful, and especially you're bringing up that yes, you did mention that the show. You told us the show. I'll give you the show. I'll give you the platform. Which thank you so much, sir. For it's an honor to do the space to entertain you for once. And wow, I can say that I entertained Braylon Lee on Braylon Lee's channel. But yes, but also the most beautiful thing that you added on top of all the emotional and that phrase, the motivator of the day, was when you said sometimes, the reason you allowed 3 hours and you said 1 to 2 hours, and you allow the 3 hours is because of if the conversation and the energy is worthwhile and it's meaningful, and it's if it was another topic and it was if it was a topic on life lessons and all that, then you said sometimes the space needs to breathe for people to understand and to learn, and that was beautiful, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Love you both, and I will suggest to you all that if WALL-E, Disney Pixar, is the most underrated film in the Disney Pixar catalog, Meet the Robinsons is the most underrated, most underappreciated Disney movie of all time.
Yes.
I love that Robinson family very much. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube, if I do say so myself. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you will always want a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing to call yourself. It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You have spent time with us. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or recognizing that whether the mountain is in space, it is big, it's got a lot of thunder on it, or maybe it's just
space, Stitch Mountain, Stitch blah 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 blah, Stitch Mountain, blah, ha 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 ha. I built Stitch Mountain in Walt Disney World. I love that song.
Stitch, did you enjoy your weekend, by the way? Your 626 weekend?
Oh yeah, I enjoy 626. 626 day is me day.
Well, 626 day was Friday, but you had Saturday and Sunday to also celebrate.
Oh yeah, they give me free, no restriction for Stitch to go to Polynesian or Yanni.
Did you TP the castle?
Toilet paper needs to come back.
One of the best stunts that Disney has ever done.
Stitch attraction needs attraction needs respect.
No, absolutely. Know what you do what you know. Whether you do radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that just because you've grown up doesn't mean you still can't feel what it is to be a kid. I mean, there is.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I mean, there is a toy company that said, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. From bikes to trains and video games. It's the greatest toy store there is. Gee whiz. I don't want to grow up because, baby, if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid. Always remember, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you've overcome, whatever success you have achieved upon this particular day, we are extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, I want you to recognize something, right? I've said many times Josh Tomorrow does not deserve to be the CEO of Disney. I've said that. I stand on that. But do you know why I say that? I don't say that because of his resume. He's done the work. I say that because I don't know if Josh Tomorrow and the executives could sit down and watch a 3-hour live stream of this and have the capacity, capability, comprehension of the brain, so to form a brain to reach out to say thank you. Even if they don't do nothing with it, to say we see you, we hear you, and you are a fan and you are valuable. Meeting people where they are goes a lot further than building a damn new ride or attraction. As Walt Disney said, give the people all you can give them, keep the place clean, and if you treat them right, they'll come back. And he did that without social media to promote Disneyland. Maybe you might need to try what Walt did back in the day today.
Yeah, true that. No internet, no social media, no forums, no YouTube platform, no live stream.
Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, and all of us, as a society, as a people, as culture. We, all of us here, feel the love is in it right back to you. Give me a little bit of time, and I will be on my way. So to my audience there, we just had to let this show breathe. I think y'all know that even though shows run over, do I not always give y'all a good show? We got a lot to talk about with NBC Universal and them getting to video games. And why I say G4 Studios is coming to Universal Orlando Resort. I'd rather it be Grown-Elodian, but we got to take what we can get. That don't mean that Grown-Elodian can't happen. And Paramount Skydance, if y'all do any of that shit, I should be the CEO of Grown-Elodian. All right. Bye, everybody. See y'all in a little bit. Great job, brothers. Love y'all.
And if you all enjoy BFP Imagineering, make sure to thank the B, because it's in order. BFP, Braylon, and then Florentin came in, and Phil came in. There we go.
I'm not crying with your ass tonight. I'll see y'all in a minute.
Oh,
love
yes.
all y'all. Bye. Very kind.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, doesn't matter because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon. Shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon. Shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying